living in my own head, constantly thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I want a way I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. If I can see my dreams, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once that I so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
What's going on, Nigel? Yeah, I can't believe we're already in February. That's kind of crazy. It's insane to think about, isn't it? I don't understand how the hell it's already February. I realized that on Sunday, that we already in February and it's already a new year. The fuck happened, bro? It's already February. It's already midweek. Well, tomorrow it'll be midweek. Okay. PlayStation X GOAT? They're saying that marathon's going to be the next Concorde. How's about you not use something that's copyrighted, huh, guys? This looks like garbage. This looks like it's going to be a good game.
The day has almost arrived.
The next 2 days is supposed to get colder. Today and tomorrow? Oh, is that a fucking TV show? What the fuck? That's not what I thought it was. Thought this was a game. How's this not a game? What? Wait a minute. That's gameplay, is it not? That's gameplay. What? I'm so confused. No, it's a game. Okay. I was like, what? Oh, is this like an online-only game? That's so weird. What a weird game. There's a Deathclaw companion? There's a Deathclaw companion in Fallout New Vegas? What? Talking Deathclaw companion? Nuh-uh. No shot. Is that real? Can you get a talking Deathclaw companion in Fallout New Vegas? Ah, it's a mod. I knew it. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Bullshit. And I was right. Fuck you. I win. I win. I'm too smart. I'm too smart for my own good.
Attention, Helldivers. The automatons have stolen the blueprints to the Star of Peace in an operation far too complex for their tiny processors alone. Our data vaults have been breached. In the wrong hands, this symbol of peace would become a weapon of total annihilation, a threat to freedom itself. Together, we will fight our way to Cyberstan, the metal heart of tyranny. We will uncover the sinister force orchestrating this attack and bring democracy to their door. All Helldivers to Hellpods, for freedom, for glory, for Super Earth.
Damn, there it is. Alright, so there's a new Resident Evil trailer. I want to find that right quick. That's the next thing I want to look at. This is actually pretty cool. This is for the new Resident Evil game.
It wasn't always like this. I used to think we were lucky. I thought we had it all. A simple house, good life, Sunday mornings, dance-offs, afternoons at the park, story time.
Just one more, Mama.
It was our perfect little world. Then it started. First the sirens, then the emergency broadcasts.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you were advised to take shelter at the Raccoon City Police Station. Food and medical supplies will be provided to everyone in need.
And the screams. God, the screams.
I miss when games would do this to hype up a release. Games don't do this anymore. Fallout was the first one that did this with a game. It was with 76, believe it or not, 76. And then after that, it was Borderlands 3. And I guess now unfortunately, it's Resident Evil. I say unfortunately because it's been a while since I've seen a game do it. The live action aspect of it. It's really sad to think that a bunch of game releases that kind of like killed gaming as we know it are what led to this. Almost killed gaming.
Silence. And I learned something I never wanted to know. How fast everything you love can go away. We ran. We fought. We hid. And still, they came.
If that was the liquor, all that little dumbass had to do was stay quiet. They're blind. They can't see. So if that was a liquor, her screaming probably got them both killed.
I told myself we would make it. We just needed more time. You always think that you have more time. Until you don't. If anyone finds this, tell them I tried. Tell them I was still me. Right up until the end.
Damn, well there it is.
That's the last of them. Facility secured.
Copy that. Raccoon City is ours.
Well, there it is. All right, let's hit these other trailers up, and then we gonna move on. Yo, Fallout's been trying to capitalize on, it's really been trying to capitalize off of the Fallout series. It really is.
Oh, goodness gracious. This lovable guy. Take one. Gee, hi.
Oh, that's the guy from the TV show, isn't it? This is the guy from the TV show.
Gosh. Oh, yeah, I missed you too, buddy. I missed you too.
This is the brother of the Steel Knight.
Oh, dude.
Well, at least he
Why are you
was.
so messy? Yeah, I like it, you know? We sort of match now. So what do you want to do, you little rat roach, huh? You ready to have some fun? All right, let's get it. Yeah, I see him. No. Hold on. Yes! Whoa! That's what I'm talking about, the Mothman! Let's go!
Why'd you kill him? You're supposed to kill the Mothman. The Mothman?
Dude, why would... You gotta be careful, that hurt. Hey. Were you looking at this? I haven't seen this in so long. Yeah, first super mutant, man. Yo. You see
That's new. That's Fallout 3.
This your friend? Definitely not friendly. Yeah, Benny almost shot me, man. Oh, this guy's not playing. I need you to untie me.
This is New Vegas.
Untie me real quick.
This is the start of New
Don't
Vegas.
massage my hands. Untie me. What are you doing? Just pull the... No. Jeez, you saved my life. I don't know if we should even talk about the fire. Yeah, I think I like blue and I like yellow, but not together.
This is a free-to-play game, by the way. It's hard as shit, though.
It's just not...
It's hard to make you pay for
Do you
it,
smell smoke?
obviously. Or to pay for items in
We
it.
did what we could. You know how much I love power armor. Oh, wow. It's pain train time, ball boy. Now calm down. You got to hop in first last time. It's so great, man. I mean, just like anytime I need to get away, you're always there, you know? Always down for an adventure in the wasteland. It really makes me appreciate you for all. Stop. I was saying nice things about you. Drop it! Drop it!
Stop. Dude, this is a new sweater.
He's about to fling some mac and cheese at him. Man, you gotta love it, right? And we got some more Yakuzas. Ooh. Ooh! Look at that! On the Steam Deck? I bet this game kicks ass on the Steam Deck. The irony? The hell is this? Yo, I don't know what it is with that art style, but that is some sick looking art style. I like that. That's cool looking, dude. I think that's really cool. I do. Boom! Oh, what's this? This kind of looks like a Souls-like, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's this bunk. Rims and capes. Yo, look at the size of that map. Holy! It does look like Castlevania, doesn't it? Looks just like Castlevania. Weirdo. Not even talking about Minnesota, and he's already trying to make comments. What a weirdo. Ow. Okay. Let's roll. Let's see what do we got. Right. What is this? This looks good. Oh, is this another? Oh, it has a campaign. It has a campaign. You could build your own campaign in this game. Really? That's cool. Holy crap, look at the customization. Holy. This looks good. Oh my god, dude, that is legit. Look at that. Holy crap, dude. That looks amazing. This would blow Call of Duty out of the freaking water. See, this is what COD used to look like. I don't know what the hell happened. Just not as good. This looks better than COD. Oh, thank God, that's all of it. That's what I'm saying, bro. We need something like this. This is I kind of skimmed through it a little bit. Maybe I should just actually let the whole thing play. This is impressive. Black One Blood Brothers. It doesn't even look that like this game's not even talking about a multiplayer experience. Play through a campaign or build your own. Maybe what this is going to be is kind of like Roblox, only for like single player stuff. You know, like how Roblox you can have like build your own map and then people just kind of click on it and play it, or kind of like Happy Wheels, how Happy Wheels was. I wonder if this isn't going to be like that, where like people like upload dozens of maps and you can play through them at your leisure, you know? This is a really, really cool idea. I really like this. It's on Unreal Engine 5.7. This looks amazing. Like this scene right here just had me like, take my money, man. Take my money. This looks legit. Oh man. Yeah, it does have that old Metal Gear look to it, doesn't it? It has that like grit to it. That looks good. I'm sorry, that game looks amazing. I might end up playing that game. Here we go. This is the last little bit of gaming stuff we got.
You want to know the second definition?
Check out Fleekazoid. Fleekazoid is awesome. Fleekazoid, hell yeah. Fleekazoid. Gotta say that a couple more times.
Of insanity, getting the car guys to make a Fable game. Xbox, did you really have...
Is that really what happened? Did they really use Forza's people to make Fable?
put your token bricks on the job. Playground has never made a real game before. They make interactive Honda commercials. The most Fable thing about this game is them lying to us. But rest assured, the developers wanted to remain faithful to the originals, which is why they removed the way Fable looks, the way Fable plays, Fable's RPG mechanics, and much, much more. But other than that, yeah, it looks like a great Fable game. Psych! Psych! Hang on, I got one more. I just gotta find it. Psych! There is a special place in hell for the person that put office-style cutaways into my Fable franchise. Who even asked for these? I asked for these. This means you guys are going to make me watch cutscenes. More specifically, make me watch cutscenes where I gotta look at these fucking things. I see why you guys make games without any people. This game might not have cars, but it has people that look like they got run over by cars. Jesus, it takes a lot of work to make something this fucked up. You can't use the excuse of tech limitations either. We've had scanning tech since Far Cry 3 with Vaz. It scared the hell out of me when I saw him in Better Call Saul. They didn't miss a freckle on that scan. Now go to scan in a big budget actress? There's a glitch in the machine, sir. She's got a 12-inch schlong now. It's like
so Fleekazoid thinks that Fable's gonna be bad. Man, I hope he's wrong. That game looked kind of good. I hope it's good, man. I got high hopes for that game, damn it.
A pretty woman shows up, it's broken, and they gotta redraw it from memory. Oh, the guy from the watch gets scanned in one for one, but as soon as it comes to the main character, enshittified. So enshittified, they delayed the game a year and came back with half a character creator. They're gonna do some Hogwarts Legacy shit where you can only customize the head. Listen to this.
You'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads. Hair, skin tone, tattoos, and scars. So the hero you play represents you.
That's code speak for you could be whatever you want to be as long as you want to be a femboy. And let's for a second say that you can be beef testosterone himself. You still gotta walk around like the sassy, independent.
Why the fuck is he walking like that? Why is he walking like that? Hold on.
Independent woman, you are. Those hips don't lie. Shake that moneymaker, Dave. Blue Sky, you.
Why the fuck is that character walking like that?
Independent woman, you are. Those hips.
Yo, did they legit use like female models to play as male models in the game?
Don't lie. Shake that moneymaker, Dave. Blue Sky users are claiming this is how men walk. I don't doubt.
This is Fleekazoid.
They obviously designed the game to be played as that chick from the first trailer, and they bolted on the character creator after the game got backlash, just like Saints Row. I rest my case, and I shake my ass.
Who the hell walks like that? I love throwing it back. This is the first time the Forza guys have had combat in one of their games, and you can tell. We had a unique combat system before. Now, it looks like an impactless knockoff of Gotham Knights, Assassin's Creed, Veilguard, and name any—
Yeah, that impact doesn't look the best, huh? That giant's just eating it, bro.
Any other modern RPG.
Oh, there it goes.
Said it would be inauthentic for us to just try and make Fable 4. So in a much more authentic move, they made Witcher 4.
What they did is they probably gonna make this new Fable game. Hope that it works, and then they'll make Fable 4. But if it doesn't work, then they can just cut it from they can cut it out like cancer is what they can do with it. Because they knew. They're not saying it, but they know there's something funky going on.
Going to be authentic to your resume, we'd be driving a souped-up Ford Escort into a giant troll. If Fable isn't authentic to you, then don't make a Fable game, dipshit. The combat in Fable 2 flowed. It had an action game feel. This looks like a worse version of everything. I'd talk more about it, but we got 48 seconds of new footage. They spent more time telling us everything they've removed from the game. As for the takedowns, Mommy and Daddy won't let me buy the game if there's blood in it, so I'm glad they made sure to put it, they didn't put—
Oh, there is no blood! Oh, he's right! How did I miss that?
Mommy and Daddy won't let me buy the game if there's blood in it, so I'm glad they made sure to put it, I'm glad that they don't put any blood in it. I hate this stupid spongy combat! Why would you do this to me? The other day I was doing—
Oh my god, I never realized the game had no blood in it. I cannot believe I missed that. Oh my god, what?
some arts and crafts with a Pringle can, a plastic glove, and 2 sponges.
How's it going, Sparky Mist?
These sponges can really take a pounding. That was the inspiration for the combat. Furthermore, we got no guns, we got no dog, we got no motherfucking hope. Sucks the guns are gone, but I'm glad that dog got sent to the pound.
I need to play the original Fables. That's what I should do. I should play the original Fables. I've never played a Fable game.
kill stealing me all the goddamn
I feel like
time.
if I play the new one, it wouldn't do it any justice.
There's the shot collar DLC. As for the humor, it's British, so it isn't. Speaking of which, will there be any huge honkers in this godforsaken game?
Damn,
No,
they were
but
plentiful
you
in the old
can buy
ones.
some huge honkers for 10% off using code PIMP.
Oh, man.
If I wanted realistic graphics, I'd go outside. Hyper-realism is becoming the laziest, most expensive way to look like everything else.
No, it's the excuse to charge $70 and above for a game whenever the game is slop.
Had an artistic style.
Oh, but you can see the wrinkles in their skin. No one cares! How's the game? How is the game play?
Like, you're not gonna believe this. It felt like you were playing a Fable. The whole strategy behind realistic graphics is pissing God rays into your eyes and
I know,
hoping
right?
you forget your computer can't run this game. I like how they built on the landlord mechanics. I like that killing the guy from the watch lowers property values. But I gotta say, the most interesting feature is all the gigantic cocks flying all over the place. That's right, they pulled a Cyberpunk 2077. We got a bunch of floppy cocks slapping you in the face. Good luck, reactors. Look at it flop around. Right. Now, the one question on everybody's minds is, why are there no Whoers? You know, I'm wondering that myself. In other news, for seemingly no reason, the game has lost all reason and accountability overnight. The original devs understood this perfectly, but for some reason, I can't put my finger on it, these new devs just can't get their heads around it. One of the quotes from the devs was,
You see, this is...
overnight. The original devs understood this perfectly, but for some
See, after all these people get laid off, whenever the studio gets shut down, they'll be down in Minneapolis protesting.
reason,
What did I say that out loud? My bad.
These new devs just can't get their heads around it. One of the quotes from the devs was, "There's no objective good, there's no objective evil. Thank you for being open about how all your choices don't matter. Apparently, morality isn't black and white, it's gray. So quick question, if you murder a whole village for no reason, is it evil? To me, yes. To this guy, it depends on the village. Additionally, you can't become Hellboy, and you can't hit the performance-enhancing potions until you're built like Sam Solik. Can I at least eat my way into Meal Team 6? Back in the day, anytime I ate something, fat. Is
That's
that coming
crazy.
back? They stopped me in the middle of a boss fight to call me a fat fuck. They gave me the title of—
Your love for food and your aversion to exercise have earned you the right to be called Salad Dodger. This title is now free from all town. Oh my god, dude. This is real? This is from the original game.
Dodger. Are you gonna bring
Really?
that to the playground? In Fable 2, if I'm a man and I wear a dress, everyone around me will point and laugh. Can I count on that making a return? I'll tell you what isn't coming back. STDs. Even my choice—
You could get ST. Nuh-uh. No shot. Could you really? I gotta know. Could you get STDs in the original Fable games? You can do it in Fable 2. You could get an STD in Fable 2.
Unprotected carnal relations with 100 whores will have no consequences. If I can't get STDs, why call this a Fable game? This is a sham, an M. Night Shyamalan, a sham wow. So you make them look like they have
An M. Night Shyamalan. Oh my god, I'm stealing that.
Dark arts and start pissing 200 Scovilles. Just another standing down of a game's great legacy. Britain has fallen, everyone. Take away their accents. Why are there no STDs, Playground? Why? Ask Bill. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go play a good new release like Code Vein. Never mind. Half Sword. Never mind. High Guard. Never mind. Fuck it, I'm gonna go stare at a wall until Neo comes out. Thanks.
Is this a great time to paint, boys? It's a great time to paint. Got to get that paint.
To the
You
flock
got
of
painting to do. Now's the time to do it.
pimps, and thanks to everyone that used Code Pimp. All right, I gotta
Yo,
go do some more
W
salad dodging.
Fleekazoid. W Fleekazoid. Bro does not miss. Damn, he opened my eyes. I have been informed about the new game that's coming out. Fable. Alright, so Don Lemon hit with federal... Actually, let me make sure that I didn't... Let me make sure that's all the games. Is that all... Oh. So I saw that Tectone reacted to this. This is a music video made for Asmongold, if you could believe it or not. I had this recommended last week or the week before that in the comments, and I was like, I don't know if I can react to this, but then I saw Tectone react to it and then upload it, so I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, check out Leaflet and Asari. W Leaflet and Asari. Go ahead, send them a like. This song is called Put Them in the Box. Well, that's the boats being blown up from Venezuela. That's Hassan!
The screen glows blue in a room of dust and mold. Another death threat, another story told.
Yo, there's goblins. Oh no.
They want me murdered. Is that such a heavy task? Some she they freak with a mental fucking hole. Wants to see the maggot swallow up my soul. They hope I ride on a cross of roach and slime, but I'm just sitting here killing fucking time. I've got the infinity gauntlet of the broken and the mad.
Yo!
The dipersexual furries, they're all
Oh, it's the guy that was on the front page of Twitch. That's right. He got mega banned, bro. Because he had like a child fetish thing too. Schizo motherfucker, dude. See, that's the reason why they gotta get in the middle of the streets now. Because standing at the sidewalk and blowing their little whistles didn't do anything. Okay, so the story with this is that he used those pliers to break his teeth out because I guess one of his teeth got fucked up and it kept stabbing his tongue every time he talked. So he went into the bathroom and he broke the tooth and he came back and went back to, he like started his live stream. And it was whenever he was raiding in World of Warcraft. I know all the Asmon lore, man.
So put them in the box. Let the walls be cold and white. Throw the keys away. End this mental blight. Institute the rot. Let the asylums rise again. I'm the harbinger of logic, the surgeon of their pain. The world will be a paradise, a clean and silent land. When every screaming retard
You know you gotta have that piercing.
is down to heavy hand.
It's got the cat girls too, huh?
Blue skies a cesspool where the moderation's limp. Every basement dwelling loser, every blue-haired pimp.
Blue sky.
Advocating murder in the name of being kind. While Section 20
Oh, Stan Clancy. Tectone.
they say I'm a net negative, a cancer on the earth. But their own pathetic lives have
How's it going, Caitlin?
They're begging on their cash apps, crying on the floor, while I'm the one they hate, and I'm the one they adore. Success is measured in decades, like the prophecy of doom. If you strike me down today, you'll be singing a different tune. A million more will rise, a million more will fight. You can't kill an idea with your petty childish spite. I don't fear the reaper,
infested hole.
Is that supposed to be Hassan? Is that who that is? Everyone on the other side has like colorful hair. Yes, he's reacted to this already. Hey, there he is. That's the, we actually watched a few of this guy's videos on stream. He does financial advice. I don't remember his name. I don't know why I don't remember his name, but he's awesome. And he absolutely shreds YouTubers whenever he gets them on his little show, man. Well, it's not little. It's a great show. Is that, oh my god, I can't think of her name. Caleb Hammer. Thank you. Caleb Hammer. That's his name.
In the box, let the walls be cold.
And this is Nick Shirley. If you're wondering who the fuck this is Nick Shirley, and these are the Somalians. They're riding the hogs, you know what I'm saying? Yo, whoever made this video needs an award of some sort. We gotta get this man an award. He needs a medal. Oh!
Let the asylums rise again. I'm the harbinger of logic, the surgeon of their pain. The world will be a paradise, a clean and silent land.
That's Hassan. That's definitely Hassan.
Retard is dealt a heavy hand. Put him in the box. Put him in the box. I'm
That's
an irrelevant retard. Right. That's what you said.
Oh my god, that's JD Vance. It's Maduro. Hold on, wait. We got a lineup right here I'm missing out on.
I'm an irrelevant.
I don't know who the fuck this is. Is that Hassan? I don't know who that is. Oh, is that Miskiff? That might be Miskiff.
Retard.
That's Maduro.
Right.
Sneeko? That might be Sneeko. I don't know who this is. Tattoos, JD Vance, and I don't know who the fuck this is. Oh, is that Charlie? That might be Charlie Kirk, actually.
Right.
That might be Kirk.
That's what you said. But you're still watching. You're always watching. It is what it is.
Yo, W, yeah, he already.
So what is this?
He already reacted to it. Yeah, W video, by the way. Like, absolutely, man. Go check that channel out. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie, I'd have that shit on. If I had a song made for me, like, that was like this would be my opening sequence, 100%. I would have this as my opening sequence every morning. That is sick, bro. Okay, so Don Lemon hit with a federal crimes. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, isn't it? Oh, wait a minute. We might not be done here. We're not done. We got to cover the rest of our woke morning DEI slopperootiski. Yes. So Markiplier, who is in high school I watched Markiplier a lot. I kind of stopped watching him when he stopped doing gaming, but he made a movie recently called Iron Lung. And it blew the fuck up. He will go down in history as probably one of the first indie movie makers And Hollywood is petrified right now.
Hollywood, what's the first thing you think of? These days, probably not films. I got a hunch that you probably immediately think of like evil or terrible, terrible people that have been implicated in a lot of really bad things. Because it seems like Hollywood is kind of a cesspool of some real, pardon my French, jerks, you know, that have done some awful shit. But what happens when a movie gets made without Hollywood's blessing? Well, sometimes it just doesn't go super well. It's pretty rare for a fully financed, independent, self-distributed production to actually have, like, a big box office performance. It's very rare.
You know why? Let me explain to you why Markiplier's movie took off. People watch Markiplier constantly. He's made I stopped watching. I don't really like where his channel and stuff goes, but that doesn't make him a bad person. I just don't watch him anymore. But he made other kind of like they're not like movies, but they were like movies, if that makes any sense. You would click on the YouTube video and then you would choose a choice on the video as it's playing, and it would take you to another YouTube video. And then, it was like a point-and-click adventure on YouTube itself. It's a very interesting idea. I think that Markiplier is probably one of the biggest innovators that we've had in a long time. As much as I don't really want to say that. But it's because people watch his content constantly. That's why his movie took off. They can recognize that whatever he's going to be making, whether it be gaming or film production, it's going to have talent in it. It's going to have life and soul down to its core. And that's why it took off. They could rely on Markiplier to make a good movie. Unlike a lot of these big film production companies now that make slop.
And in the case of Iron Lung, it is doing something.
Yeah, Markiplier has been a staple in gaming for years now. So it's why it's so interesting to see somebody who made his up and comings from gaming go into movie production and be so successful. It blew up at the box office. His movie Iron Lung, it destroyed the box office.
It's unusual. There's a fucking unicorn out there. Iron Lung, which is Markiplier's
21 mil
here, his directorial debut, has already done over $20 million in the box office and has been the #1 movie through the weekend. And this is a fully self-financed, self-distributed film.
Yep. And it's indie. This is what the definition of indie should be. Self-financed within a reasonable bound, a reasonable amount of money. If you're already a millionaire, like if you're Jeff Bezos and you make a fucking film, is it really indie? Probably fucking not. I mean, let's be honest here.
The first YouTuber to make a successful movie. Like, for example, Rocka.
And a lot of people don't understand it costs a lot of money to make a movie. Making a movie is not a cheap thing.
They've made 2 heaters. Absolute slappers. I tell you, Rocka, I think are some of the best in the business right now. Bring her back, talk to me. I think they're some of the best in the horror business right now, and they are YouTubers. They, however, do work with A24, so they're a little bit different than Markiplier's case here. But still, they are independent filmmakers and extremely talented. Markiplier, though, I do believe has done something extremely unusual, though, by having actually no A24, none of that involved in this process. Which is why what it's doing right now, I think, is something very interesting that I want to yap about. And I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before now, when it was climbing up the box office and it reached #2, it had apparently mysteriously vanished. I know Markiplier did his
shot. Did his movie really make #2 at the box office? That's insanity.
Where he's talking about it, about how, these fucking vampires out there in Hollywood must not be super pleased about Iron Lung's performance beating out some films, so they must have just taken it off, fucking snapped it away, banished it to the Shadow Realm so people can't see that. Now, of course, he didn't use those words. I'm, of course, adding a bit of colorful commentary into his actual sentiment there. But he was talking about how it is weird that Iron Lung isn't being reported when it was the second highest grossing film at the time. It has since been reinstated on the public charts.
I wonder why that is. I'm sure that him stating that had nothing to do with it, right? Surely. Him having to say something surely had nothing to do with it. Why can't we just expect these people to do what's right? That's what makes me so sick to my stomach with all of this crap. You can't expect them to be held to an accountability. You have to hold them accountable. It's such garbage.
But that was a bit of a wacky hiccup, huh? Really makes you think. It's almost like these suits, these zombies.
Well, like, if you've ever seen the movie, oh man, fuck! I'm just waking up, so I'm like, my brain is just still on defrost mode. It's the movie Idiocracy. Idiocracy. Did you know that whenever they launched Idiocracy, they went out of their way to shun and disenfranchise that movie to the point where the production crew had to get a lump sum of money together just to put it into theaters? Because in the day whenever it was released, the movie Idiocracy, it would have blown up. Because what technically we're kind of going down the path of Idiocracy. We are. Soon we'll be like
at the top of the
using Gatorade to water crops.
I don't like that a YouTuber just came in there and ate their lunch. Iron Lung had a reported budget of about $3 million, and let's be honest, not really a marketing budget. Markiplier just talks about it sometimes. That's the marketing expense. It's pretty negligible in the grand scheme of things, I would imagine, compared to major blockbuster productions. So this movie is already doing extremely well for Mark and the team. A team that no doubt has poured countless hours and passion into this project. And regardless of how you feel about Iron Lung, it's still something that I think most people should look at and celebrate, that a film like this is doing so well. I made a review on Iron Lung. Overall, I liked it. I had a lot of nice things to say about it. It's not a flawless film, and I don't think it's a film everyone's going to like either. It does have flaws. But I am delighted to see that it's doing such big numbers here, kind of going a little bit Insano style in the box office, because I think this sets a nice precedent that you don't always need to suckle on the bosom of Hollywood.
Well, that's the problem that happened with gaming, is that these games journalists were probably told by the journalists that covered a lot of the movie franchises that, hey, you know that you guys run everything, right? You know, we ran Hollywood for years and decades even. Clearly, I mean, you guys hold all the power, and now most of them went out of business. And it backfired on them tremendously. And it also does blow my mind that these big YouTube like circles that have popped up like in LA, they all want to be like Hollywood, but it's like you do realize that the rap sheet for Hollywood isn't a very good one. It's pretty bad.
Or established studios or distributors or something like that in order to get a passion project made. Now, of course, Markiplier has oodles of cash to pull from in order to realize a vision like this. It's not going to work that way for everyone. I recognize that. But the fact that he did commit so much time, so much money, and put together such a talented team, all for the sake of seeing this vision through, and it being rewarded like this in the box office, I think is just a feel-good story. I think that is a very good thing, and it shows other potential filmmakers out there that there are other alternative paths to get your creative vision produced that aren't just following the traditional blueprint and walking down the same tried and true path that a lot of times just boils down to making deals with the devil. Because I don't think anyone's going to be shocked to hear this. Hollywood's not really a great place overall. Shh, don't let anyone hear you say that, though. Like, everyone knows that. So a $3 million film like Iron Lung...
I guarantee you the only reason why we heard all the allegations that came out of Hollywood is because the media knows that if they didn't cover it and people found out through YouTube or other means, like, there's just going to be another reason to distrust all the media that plays on, like broadcasted television. And it's already so many, like, concerns about how much fake media they make that it's just getting worse every year. It's just getting worse every year. It's just
coming out and flexing on the big boys in the box office, I think, is just a great thing. And I know it hasn't been without
I think that it's great that Mark is doing well. I do. He's not my cup of tea, but I'm so happy to see Mark doing well. I really am. All right. Check out the Critical Drinker. Hell yeah, Critical Drinker. Let's go, Critical Drinker.
Happened to me the other day, and I'm going to need your help hiding the evidence. I was sitting down with my pint of rum to watch the latest episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms when I was hit by this weird realization. I'm actually looking forward to this.
Really?
I'm watching a modern fantasy show about a likable, good-natured protagonist on a simple but genuine quest.
Why is that child bald?
To make something of himself and become a better person, balanced out by a funny and endearing sidekick who seems to want to help him, and a bunch of colourful, interesting characters they run into along the way. It's not some labyrinthine political epic with about 500 POV characters where you need flowcharts and relationship diagrams just to remember who the fuck everyone is. It's not
Bro, I know, there's so many characters and so many, like, TV shows now that... Like, for example, Game of Thrones. I watched up until they killed Jon Snow, and they just kept adding new characters and killing them off in basically the same episode. And it's like, well, why the hell did you add that character? I kind of like them, and now they're dead. Why the fuck would you bother trying to sit here and learn the backstory of a character or learn about this character if they're just going to die in the same episode? What's the point? And then it's like 4 episodes later, 4 hours, because each episode is an hour, 4 hours later, which could be weeks at a time. Oh, well, that character was connected to this character, which was connected to that character, but that character's dead now, so now this person's mad, which makes this person mad, and then, they went around and somehow now this character's dead. It's like, dude, what the fuck is going on anymore? We can't just make this entertainment again. Like, when did I have to start bringing a spreadsheet to a movie? Or like a spreadsheet to a TV show? I remember whenever it was just mindless fun where you could sit back and turn your brain off and just enjoy the content. Like, what happened?
A somber, pretentious tale of warring factions that moves about as fast as a morbidly obese glacier, where every scene is just miserable people skulking around in dark rooms looking pissed off about something. And it's not some laughable DEI instructional video where every single town and village in every part of the world contains the exact same quota of ethnic diversity, so there's absolutely no sense of place or culture anywhere, and where 100-pound teenage girls can somehow beat the shit out of men twice their size and weight. But more than any of that, it's a show that feels weirdly optimistic. I mean, it's not to say that everything and everyone in it is good and virtuous, or that
what's kind of funny? What he's describing is how I feel about Fallout right now. The Fallout TV show that's been airing on Prime. And it's the same thing. That's exactly how I feel with Invincible, the adult anime is what it's called. Or the adult... No, it's an adult animation. That's kind of how I feel with that, too. I just really hope they don't fuck it up. I do. I have been looking forward to watching the Fallout TV. Like, I've caught up, except for last week and this week. And I'll probably watch both of those on Saturday. I've been enjoying the Fallout TV show. I have. And I hope they don't fuck it up. Like, every time I watch an episode, I'm like, all right, man, you made me, I've come this far, please don't fuck it up.
Nothing bad ever happens to our heroes, but there's an underlying feeling that the show actually has a moral compass, that it knows the difference between good and evil, between hero and villain, and it's not ashamed or self-conscious about any of that. And that's when it hit me. We really don't get shows like this anymore. I mean, think about it, right? Out of all the fantasy shows that have come and gone over the past decade, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, The Witcher, Wheel of Time... Look at the fucking state of it, man. Willow, I'm here because I can't act.
Sending donations in my chat, man.
One Piece,
I didn't ban you, but I'm going to remove that comment.
To capture that vital
That's
spirit
weird.
of adventure and excitement that you expect from the fantasy
Oh,
genre.
God.
The story of a fledgling hero taking his first uncertain steps into a bigger world, meeting challenges and dangers along the way, fighting and ultimately triumphing against evil forces and becoming a stronger person because of it. Not too many, I'm guessing. And be honest with yourself here, there's something deeply wrong with the fantasy genre today, isn't there? For all the smart writing that's trying so desperately hard to subvert your expectations, the self-aware characters and the flashy special effects, there's something kind of empty and unsatisfying about modern fantasy. It just doesn't move you on that deep...
That's how I felt whenever I learned about the end of Game of Thrones. whenever I learned how everyone died at the end of Game of Thrones, I was like, this sucks. This is just so unsatisfying. Like, I wanted to see the little fucker's head get cut off in the middle of town square. That's what I wanted to see Joffrey suffer. But, like, I don't know, man.
Per emotional level,
Weird.
it doesn't inspire you or fire your imagination like it's
I didn't even bother watching past whenever they I know that Jon Snow gets resurrected in like the next episode or whatever. I don't really care about that. I just couldn't keep watching that show. It just kept making me mad, so I stopped watching after that.
And so I thought I might as well talk about it today. This isn't some specific review of any particular show, but it's more like a general stream of consciousness on the fantasy genre. So if I wander all over the place and go off on mad tangents, well, I don't apologise for any of it. Anyway, let us begin this journey together, shall we? If I had to pick out Patient Zero for all of
And
this
that's really what it's been. It's been a popularity contest that is slowly killing the industry. You're absolutely right, too. That's exactly what it is. And that's where gaming was going, too. I mean, why else would you have this checklist of crap just to make sure the game has it in it, and if it doesn't, then it gets a poor rating? And it's just so obvious.
It would have to be Game of Thrones. Now, don't get me wrong here, it was definitely a phenomenon that redefined what fantasy could be, and at its peak, it delivered some of the most shocking and unforgettable moments in television history. It was a show where plot armor...
I'll say that for sure. There were a lot of, like, shocking moments in Game of Thrones that I was like, holy shit, they did that? Like, whenever that dude was beaten up on I think it wasn't the Hound, was it? Was it the Hound? I think it was the Hound. And then the dude's face just got, like, caved in because he got tripped. And it's like, dude, are you fucking... Like, that pissed me off. I like that character. I really like that character.
Where no one, no matter how good or innocent, was safe. Where death came suddenly and without warning or meaning. Where heroism was...
Fucking Days Gone is boring. I tried, like, 7 times. And I got to the same part all 7 of those times and said, how the fuck am I still playing this game? I don't understand how a game can be so interesting and so boring at the same time. And then, like, the game itself is so buggy. I was in cutscenes getting killed by zombies. It's just so stupid. I really tried to like Days Gone. I bought so much good stuff with Days Gone. I got the collector's edition and everything. Just couldn't play through the game. Even now, I just can't do it. And I played through Death Stranding. I played through Death Stranding 1 and 2. And all the Souls-like games, like, I can't sit down and play Days Gone. I just can't.
Always rewarded, and brutality wasn't always punished. Where it didn't really matter if you were good or bad. All that mattered was how well you played the game. It took fantasy right out.
And I don't even doubt that it's a good game later on. I don't even doubt that for a second. But that's the thing, is like, I just can't get into it, and it's so sad. It's just what sucks so much about it, is like, I want to like Days Gone, but man, is it hard. Like, it's harder to like Days Gone than it was to like Death Stranding. And I beat that last year. I just beat that game.
Something far more dangerous and exciting. And it came along at just the right time, where traditional clean-cut fantasy was beginning to look stale, old-fashioned and played out, and people were hungry for something new that could shake it all up. Game of Thrones, packed as it was with swearing and violence and sex, that was less about magic and dragons and more about politics and intrigue and moral complexity, felt like an act of rebellion.
Maybe that's why I didn't like Game of Thrones. Is because I liked the combat aspects of it, and they were so far... Like, don't get me wrong, whenever the combat happened in Game of Thrones, it was really cool. But it was so far and few in between that I don't know, it just couldn't keep my attention.
It was smart, it was irreverent, it was unpredictable, and it threw all the conventions of the genre aside and did its own thing, god damn it. But here's the problem. Looking back on it now, I kind of hate what it did to the genre. It was born from the idea that people are still people no matter the setting, so even if you throw them into a fantasy world of monsters and magic and ancient prophecies and all the other tropes of the genre, they're not really going to rise to the occasion, they're going to pull everything down to their base level. It wasn't about aspirations to heroism, it was about the grim reality of human nature. Every character with a hint of traditional heroic virtue gets killed off early in the show, usually achieving...
That's what I did not like. It felt like every character that had even the slightest bit of virtue and heroism was just a slap in the face and a slit to the throat. That's all it was. And I was like, dude, this is fucked. Like, why?
And dying for nothing because heroism is so last season, don't you
And
know?
that's what I've noticed as a lot of themes for a lot of shows now, is you getting made fun of for having any part of masculinity, any heroism, any virtue, anything. They just either kill you off or they humiliate you and make you the side character. Look at like the Witcher series. They tried to make Henry Cavill like the back character when he was Geralt of Rivia. Like, how do you not have Geralt of Rivia, that's a Witcher TV show, as the main character? It felt like he was playing third wheel to that fucking that Yennefer bitch, and I was like, dude, like, what is this show even? Like, that's how it's been feeling.
Prophecies about chosen ones saving the world are laughed off and ignored. Characters who do the right thing are punished for it.
Exactly!
Stabbers and opportunists flourish. Dramatic and emotionally satisfying payoffs are sacrificed in favor of doing the unexpected, even if it made no fucking sense. And what did we really end up with when all was said and done? What meaning and lessons were we ever supposed to take from Game of Thrones? That the world is a horrible, violent, and cruel place?
Yeah, well, I don't want to watch a fucking TV show that I already know the world sucks. Like, why the fuck would I want to watch this? I live it every day. Why the fuck would I want to watch this? I want to watch something that makes me feel good, that makes me feel like shit.
And evil don't exist, and all that matters is what you can take from it. That people themselves aren't really worth saving or protecting because they're all equally shitty anyway. Wow, how inspiring. Morality, meaning, and purpose were all sacrificed in favor of nihilistic subversion and smug deconstruction to be the cool kid on the block for a couple of years.
I want to play Shadow of Mordor. I've never played it, but I've heard absolutely amazing things, and I've heard that people are very angry that they copyrighted the combat system in that game.
Problem is, though, cool isn't very deep. Cool is nothing more than surface level flashiness with nothing more substantial or meaningful to back it up. These same problems of nihilism and moral greyness were carried over into House of the Dragon. And yes, I know the show still has defenders, but I'm just gonna come out and say this. For all the smart writing and the excellent performances, House of the Dragon is a fucking slog, man. Not only is it crushingly slow and relentlessly grim and bleak, not only does it lack even the slightest trace of levity or even good old-fashioned human warmth, but ever since Viserys died at the end of Season 1, it lost the one and only character who was genuinely good and endearing. Now it's just one group of unlikable, selfish arseholes pitted against another group of unlikable, selfish arseholes. I don't really care which side wins because why should I? There's nothing to root for in any of them. There's not a single character I'd aspire to or find endearing.
Well, that's why I found it so hard to watch Game of Thrones in general, like, because the only group of people that should have lived through that, the majority of them were killed off. One of them got crippled. The other one was like some weird, it was like a girl that joined some weird cult thing of like assassins. That, like, the only group that deserved to live were the group that you saw at the beginning. But then, like, they just kept adding groups and groups and more people and more people and more people and more people. And I was like, dude, does this ever end? Like, how we, like, it feels like I've watched, like, 40 hours of this show, like, in the third or fourth season, or however fucking many, and they're still adding groups of people. Like, when does this end?
Particularly likable.
Like, they were still making it whenever I was watching it, but, like, I just, man.
House of the Dragon is the ultimate expression of this cold, nihilistic modern view of fantasy writing, where nothing really matters, nothing's intrinsically good or evil, so there's no reason to get invested in the struggle because it doesn't even matter which side wins.
Yeah.
It's just the War of the Roses, but with dragons awkwardly spliced into the mix. And ultimately, it leaves you with this weird, empty, unsatisfied feeling, like watching a robot painting a perfect copy of the Mona Lisa. You know there's a lot of technical skill on display, but there's no soul or emotion behind any of it. But hey, I'm not just here to shit on George R.R. Martin. That being said, finish Winds of Winter, you fat lazy fuck.
I actually really like The Matrix. I never understood the big thing behind it, like the massive hype. I never understood the massive hype behind The Matrix. I watched all of them last year, and I was like, this is pretty good. I mean, if I had watched it whenever it came out in, like, the 90s, I probably would have thought that it was really cool. But I've seen way too many other films now to where it's like, it doesn't really hit the same, you know? But I like the idea behind it.
world of Middle-earth isn't
Except for
immune
the
to
last
this
one. The
weird
last one was weird.
nihilism and moral ambiguity that's infected modern fantasy either. Remember Rings of Power? Remember Galadriel, who was once written as a being of such pure goodness and compassion that mere mortals could barely even hold eye contact with her for more than a few seconds without breaking down? Remember how she got reimagined as a brutal, bloodthirsty warlord girl boss who seems to hate everyone, willingly sacrifices her own people for the sake of petty revenge, and acts like a spoiled brat when she doesn't get her own way?
There's a tempest in me.
Remember how
And you know what's sad? So you get killed. Here's the thing. So in let's do 2016. If you've ever seen the movie Immortals with Theseus in it, it was by the same makers that made 300. You'd see that heroism, loyalty, just straight up, I'm going to say just straight up heroism, even though I said it, can carry you through anything. The willpower to just fight and survive. And those characters lived. But whenever you do what the characters are doing in these new movies, where they're spoiled, they send their men to die, and they try to seek revenge, but they use other bodies, usually those people end up getting killed in most of the 2016 films, right? But how is it that these roles are reversed? All the people that have heroism, virtuous like traits, and like super masculine, they all immediately get killed off. And these people that are spoiled brats seem to rule everything now. It's almost like they're trying to say something, you know?
The orcs were rewritten from horrible, bloodthirsty creatures of pure evil who existed only to fight and destroy into innocent, peaceful.
Oh, that's right. This is the Lord of the Rings.
Men
Yeah, no, I've heard stupid shit that they've done with orcs now in the show.
Their own, manipulated into fighting someone else's war. Remember how Sauron was turned from Middle-earth's answer to literal Satan into a sulky, emotionally incontinent incel who actually thinks he's doing the right thing and cries when he can't win Galadriel over to his sides? Well, Pepperidge Farm remembers, motherfuckers. It's the same story with The Witcher, where everyone's now a
here we go.
arsehole. There are no heroes, and no real sense that anyone's ever going to rise to fill that position, and half the time you're left wondering who you're even supposed to be rooting for. I mean, personally, the only character I supported was this absolute legend, but probably not for the reasons the showrunners intended.
Apparently a lot of people liked this guy. A lot of people really liked this character.
Perfection.
Oh, that's right, because he killed off the... Okay, that's right. That's the guy that killed off the group of people that were with Ciri at the time.
It doesn't help that the writing team were more preoccupied with turning
funny.
single female character into
That's
an
why people
invincible
like
girl
it.
boss, who's usually gay, because of course they are, than crafting an interesting
And you know what's crazy is we watched the Critical Drinker talk about in The Witcher how one of the guys was going to essay her, right? And then one of the girls ended up doing it anyway. So, in the same fucking, like, span of events. How does that even fucking fit the morality at this point?
But then what do you expect from modern writers? Time and time again,
And then they end up falling in love, like, what the fuck? Hello?
In writing to reframe the moral positions of established characters and factions and blur the lines between good and evil. Why? Well, I'll tell you. Because in the minds of Hollywood writers, fucking every single thing has to reflect the world we live in today, regardless of context. Because why use imagination when you can employ clumsy allegory instead? The problem is, the world we live in today is messy and complex and morally confused, and filled with conflicting viewpoints and perspectives, where one man's villain is another man's hero. And hear me out on this one, but isn't the whole point of fantasy to escape the world we live in today? Isn't that why the fucking genre exists in the first place? Hollywood writers today don't seem to understand how to write actual heroic characters going on honest, sincere adventures anymore, and they definitely can't do
Russell
it without...
Crowe's awesome, dude. It's a shame that, like, if it's...
a shield of ironic self-deprecation or sneering
Crowe.
deconstruction in place to protect their egos from criticism. Why put your own creation out there when you can smugly deconstruct someone else's and call it art? Pretty much the only show in recent years to buck that trend has been One Piece, based on a manga of all things, because leave it to the Japanese
he's getting
to
old
preserve
now,
the things
boy.
that we've lost sight of. A show that feels like a genuine adventure in a world very different from our own.
I've heard good things about the One Piece live action show. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
And a likable protagonist who actually seems like a good person, that isn't afraid to have genuine heroic moments, that doesn't try to reframe its world as some bleak, morally grey hellscape. And what was the result? It was one of the most popular Netflix shows of the entire year, and it got near universal praise from the fan base. And more than that, you can just feel the difference in the experience you get from watching shows like that. The optimism, the positivity, the sense that there's
Supposedly they're going to be remaking the first couple seasons of One Piece and taking out a lot of the filler, kind of like what they did with Dragon Ball Z. I might end up watching that. Because I wanted to get into watching it, but man, it's just such a drag.
heart to the story that cares about more than just cheap shock value or cynical deconstruction. It's the same difference I felt watching A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms compared to forcing myself through another episode of House of the Dragon. I was actually excited to be part of the adventure, interested to see where it was going next, and invested in the success of characters I actually liked and cared about. Imagine that, eh? And it does make me wonder if the modern fantasy trend that started with
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the TV, the anime is based on a comic book series, and the comic book series kind of gave light to the anime, and the anime is giving light to the, the actual TV show. So they all kind of play off of each other in a way, except for the comic book.
Now that maybe Hollywood is finally realizing
But
that
big surprise, if you just follow the material that you were given, you make a good TV show and you make money. Whoa, who'd have thought, right?
He should be an escape from the hang-ups and
Bro, if they actually managed to keep One Piece going, you guys realize that they could be making One Piece forever? Especially with how many actual episodes there are of the TV of the anime. They could be making One Piece until we die, bro.
of real life instead of a boring reflection of it. That maybe once in a while it's okay to have real heroes again, and maybe we need them now more than ever. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
W Critical Drinker, hell yeah. Okay. I think let me pull up. Okay. Should be good now. Let's check out Don Lemon. Check out Legal Mindset. Hell yeah, Legal Mindset. W Legal Mindset. Go check him out on YouTube. Let me go ahead and... so Don Lemon got locked up. He's being charged federally with the KKK Act. Yeah, W, federal government.
Has been criminally indicted in Minnesota. We're going to get that today on Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney. This is a fast facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest legal news. We have a little bit of a new format today. So if you like that, you like the format, make sure you let me.
He fucked up with his format. You fucked up. You got to move your thing down here over to the right. You cut it off.
Me know in the comments below. So let's get right into it with the facts. First of all, we have our...
I bet he does his own editing. I bet he does his own editing, because I notice whenever I look back at some of my videos, I fuck some stuff up too.
Here, former newscaster Don Lemon, who was part of a organization, part of a group that led
Don Lemon, I like that,
to a church worship service. Now, originally they had tried to indict him separately. However, they've gone again and done this, and that's been led, of course, by Harmy Dillon and the plaintiffs to the DOJ, who have brought federal criminal charges against him successfully now in court. So let's get into what.
A remake for the A-Team show would be sick. I'm not gonna even
We have the
lie.
actual indictment here, and you see he's named Don Ronaldo Lemon along with 9 other individual defendants, 2 of which are redacted by the court, and that's under 3 separate criminal charges. So we're going to get into those different charges.
Damn,
that are
3
part of
separate
2
ones,
separate
huh?
counts. So they're charging the
Maybe you shouldn't have done it, Dumb Lemon. I mean, Don Lemon. I mean, Dunce Lemon.
as 3 charges, but there's 2 counts. The first is 28 USC 241, which is conspiracy against rights. And the next is 18 USC 248, the FACE Act, of which they include 18 USC 2A, which is aiding and abetting. So essentially,
Aiding and abetting? How? How do you get it? Well, I know what, I ain't even gonna question that.
Even if he's not the principal, even if he's not the person that led the way, he's not the exact one who's in charge. He
knew about it. He knew about it and he went with it. He went along with it. So
aided and abetted, and that makes him liable under 18 USC 2. So let's get into the actual meat, the substance of this, what this conspiracy of rights means first. Well, there's 9 co-conspirators, including the protest organizers, and they are charged with a whopping 29
is gonna get his lemon
different
squeezed.
overt actions, which are possible to convict. Important
Man.
to note here is that it really only takes 1. So of these 29,
Maybe he
things,
will.
if they can get them on 1, just 1, they can make a conviction here. And that's what's really important. And that's what makes this case very difficult in the position of Don Lemon, because he's got
man, they are going to just throw they're just going to throw everything they can and hope that it sticks at this point.
And say, hey, look, I didn't do any of them, and none of them were me. I had no liability here. That's a very,
I love how we live in the day and age where you can record yourself committing a crime and somehow still miraculously get away with it. It's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
A fight. So what do those things include? Well, they're things like posting on Instagram. So when you're releasing information on Instagram, on social media, that is what they call an overt action, something you're openly taking an act that goes towards the crime. You might have other things such as gathering physically to conspire, them kind of doing a little team huddle beforehand and saying, okay, guys, here's what we're going to do. This is exactly what we're going to do. That's conspiring as well. You've got live streaming the Don Lemon show. That is explicitly mentioned in the criminal complaint, that the live streaming of the show was part of this criminal conspiracy. Then you've got stating they were keeping the target secret. I'm going to show you on the next slide where Don Lemon himself was part of this, where Don Lemon himself said, hey, I know what's going on. I know what the target is. I know what the location is. I am not going to say it. So he said openly, I know what it is. We're keeping it secret. That is not journalism. That is criminal conspiracy. Next, you've got entering into...
Well, like, I guess Don Lemon thought that he was going to wave around his media badge and get away with everything. His press badge, that's what it was. Like, back in the day, if you had, like, a little press pin, then you could just get around and do whatever you want. But it's like, bro, you can't just commit a crime and not face any actual repercussions from it.
The church service, that's very straightforward. That's something, hey, look,
yeah, right.
You went into there and you disrupted the service. That's the FACE Act, and we'll get into what that means exactly.
He's
You've
just
got
a moron.
gesturing aggressively and hostilely. Remember, there were women, children, the elderly in this service. They were going out
and
there.
They all left, too. This didn't solve a thing. All you did was break a bunch of laws by going into a church, and everyone that was in the church just trying to do, their service just left. Well, there was one older dude that stuck around and talked to Don Lemon about how this was a bad idea, but of course Donnie Boy didn't listen, so now he's getting his lemon squeezed in court.
Targeting people.
Soon he'll be getting his lemon squeezed by Diddy with... Never mind.
Vulnerable people like children.
Let me stop.
And elderly,
I don't need to take a vacation.
Going out and committing this criminal conspiracy. They were also physically obstructing the service. They didn't just come in there and yell and leave. No, they actually obstructed the service.
No, they obstructed it, and then you could see whenever Don was doing the interview with the older gentleman that was trying to tell them that this was wrong, that they had completely taken over the service. In the background, you could see the lady at the podium screaming and putting her hands up, and you saw all the people. Everyone was gone, dude. Everyone left.
Point where
everyone
it could not go on. And then you've got blocking a minivan of children. This is once there's many other acts.
Yeah, there were kids in there too that like were terrified.
not all 29, but one that I think is particularly disgusting because they tried to take this out, not just on, the pastor or adult men or whatever else.
Yeah,
they
were
took
kids.
this out on children. They went out there knowing this was a bus of children and went out there and obstructed it. Absolutely monstrous behavior by these. Then you've got this particular overt acts I want to point to from the actual criminal complaint, but we've got Don Lemon here, and let me read this out. During a discussion with Defendant Armstrong at the pre-op meeting, Defendant Lemon thanked Defendant Armstrong for what she was doing.
I didn't see anyone talking about the Epstein files when Biden was in office. Why does it matter now? It's just because you guys are you guys have lost every other corner of your reach. So you're literally just grabbing at air at this point. You have nothing. You have nothing. Even your own politicians are down in on national television putting up AI posters of that Peretti guy being shot. You guys have nothing. You're grasping at air and grabbing nothing.
And assured her that
you have
he was,
nothing.
Quote,
you guys, what about the Epstein files? Well, funny enough, I've got that pulled up later on in the thing. But you guys weren't bitching and complaining about that with Biden. Why you care now? It's because y'all are grabbing whatever y'all can. That's why. I don't know what to tell you.
Saying what's going
Must
on.
suck taking all those L's, man.
Was not disclosing the target of the operation. Defendant Armstrong explained that Operation Pull Up was a quote-unquote clandestine operation in which she and other agitators would, quote, show up somewhere that is a key location where the targets don't expect us.
This is an operation that is secret.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere. They don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual.
And we disrupt business as usual. That's what we're going.
Yeah, he did. And guess what he did? He released them, didn't he? He released a shitload of them. What more do you want? Oh, release the files. They did release the files. They're still working on the files. They'll release more. They're releasing them, are they not? I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Do now. And Defendant Lemon said he would see her there. So it shows he knew. Lemon knew exactly what was going on. And then another overt act. So once again, this is one. They can convict just on this, enough for a conviction. But look, we've got another. Overt Act 7. Before heading to the church to join his co-conspirators, Defendant Lemon advised his live stream audience that we're going to head to the operation. Again, we are not going to give any of the information away. That is, i.e. operational details. So we see right there with these things, absolutely knowing what's going on and not disclosing it. That is, ladies and gentlemen, conspiracy. And that gets into the FACE Act. The FACE Act is a freedom of access to clinic entrances. Now, yes, the title would make you believe this just applies to abortion clinics, but that's not true. It actually protects both abortion clinics and churches. So it's kind of even-handed. We got something that, hey, the left likes that. Well, the right likes churches, right? So we're going to protect both.
You do realize that even if you arrest the president of the United States, he can still run the country behind bars? Like, well, what does it matter? Oh, he didn't release the files. Put him in jail. It's like, actually, it's not even his fault. It's the DOJ. It's Pam Bondi. It's supposed to be Pam Bondi. She's the one that has to release the files. It's not Trump. She's the one that heads everything and is trying to get the stuff published.
Protect abortion clinics,
and they're still they're trying to release it so much so that some of the stuff can be unredacted if you copy and paste it in, like, I think it's like Adobe Reader or something. And now if you redo like the MP4 to, like, I think it was like, if you retype in some of the links, you can actually still unredact some of the stuff. They're trying to get it out as fast as possible. I mean, it should have been out way sooner, in my opinion, but Trump's not going to be the one that goes to jail. It's going to be Pam Bondi. So
equal-handedly,
your argument still just falls apart.
Very fair and I think fairly applied and fairly balanced criminal act. And it criminalizes physical obstruction to intimidate, interfere with, or injure persons. So whether or not you're going to an abortion clinic or whether or not you're going to a church service,
I mean, Biden had them. They had them. They had them for 4 years. They didn't release them. They didn't talk about them. They didn't do anything with them. Sorry that you have a president that's, you guys find something, like, first it was Israel and Palestine. He fucking fixed that. And now it's the Epstein files. He's legitimately they're working on that now as we speak. And it's just going to be something else after that, right? Because it's just what it is. It's just always something with you people. Bro could literally stop war across the entire planet, and you fucks are gonna find something else to bitch about. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like him, but he fucking makes it really hard not to be like, wow, that's a good thing that you're doing there, but we're gonna ignore that and still talk shit about you. Like...
Someone cannot physically obstruct or interfere with people that are going to access those locations. So if you're going in there to go into the abortion clinic for whatever, and these clinics do for other reproductive health reasons, you might be going to them. You might be getting a checkup or some sort of STD test, whatever else. You cannot be physically obstructed, intimidated, or interfere with. And if you're going to a church service, you can't be physically obstructed, intimidated, or interfere with. Very, very fair. And for first-time offenders, because remember, Don Lemon would not be a repeat offender. He's not someone who's, got a rap sheet that's leading all the way into Tulsa. This is something where you've got up to 6 months of prison or a $10K fine, right? So you've got up to 6 months of prison. That's real prison time, or a $10K fine. Most likely they would give him a fine, right? So he most likely would be fined under this, but it is possible he could get some prison time. So prison time is not off the table for Lemon. So what does this mean? Well, I think this is an excellent test for application of the FACE Act. And I also think particularly for journalists, because Lemon is going to still use the journalism defense. He's using it all over social media. That's the clear criminal defense here, is to say, this is journalism. I was a journalist. The problem is knowing you were going to do something criminal. When he appeared to have knowledge of a planned church service, the second he had knowledge they were going to a church service, it crossed the line from something that was potentially legal and potentially covered.
Why would I do that? Go look it up.
Something that is absolutely not okay. Any communications between Lemon and the protest organizers are relevant, and it appears they already have proof of that because he live streamed the whole thing. When you live stream your crimes,
that's the funny part. Like I said, we live in the day and age where some of these crazy people think that they can get off even though they have live streamed themselves, are actually recorded and posted themselves doing it, thinking that they're not doing anything wrong.
Ali or Somali or any other nuisance streamer, when you're out there going out and actually showing your crimes, it makes it very easy for the police, very easy for law enforcement to convict you, because they could just point to your stream and say, there you go, you committed this crime live in 4K. So I think there's a high likelihood of success based on the number of overt actions. You only need one to convict, but we're going to have to see. Obviously, that's on the DOJ, that's on the plaintiffs to prove. The burden of proof is on them, but I think Don Lemon has to.
Yeah, he stopped a lot of wars. Trump did stop a lot, and of course they're not gonna. That's why I just removed that person, because I don't really owe them shit. They can go look it up themselves. I mean, if they really feel so strongly about it, maybe they should be informed more. Yo, W Legal Mindset. Okay. So Don Lemon, again, on blast this morning. Hopefully we can get this guy to a speedy trial. It's great content. I love seeing these losers go to jail.
Okay, let's talk about these two people. The 16 people last week. You were on the ground. You were in Minnesota. Tell us what you're seeing and what's coming.
Yeah, Sean, I've been in Minnesota 4 days total, working on this.
Still enjoy your vacation? Well, your permanent vacation.
We arrested 2 more, and I made it very clear. If you protested, if you rioted in that church, we are going to find you and we're going to arrest you. Don Lemon and 8 others have now been charged in a single indictment because you cannot.
Actually, I kind of agree with that, because ever since he got fired from CNN, he's technically not a journalist. Just because you upload stuff to YouTube doesn't make you like a journalist. It doesn't mean that you should have licensing to be like, you can call yourself an independent journalist. That's one thing. But when you're actively doing stuff that you know that you shouldn't be doing as like an independent journalist that doesn't have the journalism tag that goes along with it, like the licensing, you should be charged. Because I think that it ruins it for all the other independent journalists that are trying to do the right thing.
And that's what it was. It was an attack.
Especially whenever you got people that know what they're about to do, and then they go in and do it anyway, knowing full well it's against the law. It's just stupid.
On a house of worship. You can't do it. It was a Sunday morning. There were parishioners. There were families. There were grandparents. There were people with canes. There were children upstairs in the nursery. They bombarded in, and as Don Lemon put it in his own words, they were on their way to a resistance at that church. And that's exactly what they did. They had a resistance operation. They barged in that church. There were originally about 400 people in that church.
That's true. A journalist would know better.
A lot of them ran out the back door. The lucky ones were able to get out. These people will say they thought these parishioners...
Well, I mean, there's a reason why CNN not only banned him, they fired him, not banned him. They fired him, and then they have a... oh my God, a restraining order against him as well. I mean, there's a reason for it.
Thought they were going to get shot. One of the people with Don Lemon screamed, quote, "This ain't a house of worship. This is the house of the devil." There were children crying. There were parents blocked from getting upstairs to take their children out of Sunday school. A group of women ran out a side door. Multiple people fell on the ice. One woman severely damaged her arm, had to go to the hospital. Don Lemon blocked someone from going out that door. They were screaming at parishioners. It was horrible. No American, we don't live in a third world country. We live in the United States of America, and you will have the right to worship safely and freely in a house of worship.
I mean, they got all the big actors in this. They got Don Lemon. They got another guy that was going viral for screaming at people on the sidewalks. And then they got that, the person that, the black lady that set it all up. If I was in this, which I wouldn't be, if I had taken part in this, thinking that I wasn't doing anything wrong, I'd be terrified right now. I'm not even going to lie.
Church, a synagogue,
because if they arrested all the big players in this, man,
mosque, any house of worship in this country, you will be safe. And these people committed a crime under the FACE Act, and they will be held accountable. 9 of them have been charged, and you will not do this in our country. We're coming after you if you do this, because we are going to protect houses of worship. This is not what our country was founded on.
It's amazing because the left love the FACE Act. There's a couple of provisions in it. One allows access for women to go to abortion clinics, and then the provision you're referring to, provision 247 and 248, I would argue are applicable. And it's very clear. Now, I look at the tape, and you don't have to weigh in on it because you're involved in the case. I see Don Lemon, okay, giving out donuts, coffee, commentary that seems incredibly supportive. He's entitled to his opinion. Abby Lowe's a good attorney. Will that have any weight with the judge that he really used to be, you know, on CNN, for example?
Well, he was fired from CNN, and anyone who has a camera then would have a license to attack a church. What he was doing originally, they met in a parking lot about 2 miles away while people were filing into this church service. They were caravanning to this church to perform an attack-style infiltration of a church service on a Sunday morning. They came in through all doors. All the people we've charged did this, all of them. That's him in the church confronting the pastor. The pastor will say he was scared. His parishioners were scared. We just know there was a
who wouldn't be scared? Like, it's quiet in the church. You're doing your service as normal. And then all of a sudden it gets really loud. People start like busting. I wouldn't say like busting. I'm going to use the basic term so it doesn't sound like it's aggressive. They start walking through all the doors and start chanting and yelling, "This is Satan's house." And, you know, you got your kids upstairs and your first thought is to go and try to get your kid and get the hell out of there. And then they start blocking the path and not letting you go up and get your kid. Now, I ain't even going to lie. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. You got kids like terrified. You got older people in there that can't get around. You got ice outside because it's Minnesota. It's just
recently
why?
In Minneapolis, they did not know. You can't do this, Sean, in this country. Yes, it's a violation of the law to do what they did, and we will hold you accountable. So anyone with a camera then would be allowed, under his theory, to come in and attack a church like that and riot a church on a Sunday morning or on a Saturday if it's a synagogue. You can't do that in this country.
I was thinking the same thing, but it depends on the church for the most part if you're allowed to carry in there. I'm not even going to lie. If someone was blocking my ability to get my kid and they're not a police officer, I'm going to shoot them. I'm not even kidding. I would pull my gun out and shoot them. I always conceal carry unless it's in a location where I know that I'm not allowed to. I would shoot them and then grab my kid and then we would leave. And I would call the police once I, got to a safe distance away from that, but we would leave for sure. No.
It's illegal.
You're not going to play with my kid, man.
Prosecute you, and you will be held accountable.
Especially here in Texas. No.
Failed journalist with a camera in your hand. You can't do it.
All right, well said. I think we got rid of any ambiguity that may exist in some people's minds. Attorney General Pam Bondi, thank you. Now, sticking with... Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click...
And that you could lock these people up all day long and let them out. They're just going to go and do it somewhere else. But if you put that nail in the coffin, man, they ain't going to do it again. Promise you.
Trump doing his part to end the government shutdown, putting pressure on lawmakers.
So I guess we're in another government shutdown, guys. How long is this shit going to last?
Ahead of a test vote today. The president posting on Truth Social, writing, quote, "We will work together in good faith to address the issues that have been raised. But we cannot have another long, pointless, and destructive shutdown that will hurt our country so badly."
Joining us now to react, Florida Congresswoman Kat Kamek. Congresswoman, thanks for being here. You have this test vote coming up in a few hours.
That's right, baby. In my apartment, I have 3 firearms, and they're all within arm's reach.
From now, what's the latest you're hearing from your colleagues on whether you got the votes? Are the votes there?
Well, good morning to you both. And what we're hearing is that today the shutdown will end. It looks like the votes are there for the final package, which is good because we know we really don't want to shut down, but we also don't want to see all of these ridiculous earmarks for DEI programs and gender mutilation. That's something that's been...
Yeah, I feel like the whole trans stuff was fine up until they started pushing that shit in schools, and I started seeing all these people walking up to the board meetings and saying that you made my child undress in front of the opposing sex. That is never okay. I don't care what you think you're doing, but whenever you're in school, you have a right to privacy, period. And I was like, nope. And then they have these schizo parents that are trying to put their children that haven't even gone through puberty yet, trying to put them on puberty blockers and shit. Nah, dude. Nope. Hell no.
In this
you lost me, bro.
Process, but that has been necessary in order to get some of the Democrat votes. And so I think while we have the votes, the test vote coming up, which is the rule vote, that's where you're going to see some friction. That is over the SAVE Act, which would require proof of citizenship in order to vote in a federal election. I do think that as of this morning, after having talked to my colleagues all through...
That's right. Leave the kids alone. Did you see that in San Francisco? We covered a video yesterday where the school teachers at elementary schools were walking the students out to protest. Yo, if I find out my fucking kid was used in some weird ideology plot bullshit in San Francisco over the stuff that's going on right now, man, the last thing they're going to have to worry about is a belligerent child. I'm going to sue the fuck out of that school. Hell no.
Will be there after
bringing all these kids down in protests, man. What are you doing?
A news coming out of the Senate that the Senate is considering getting rid of the zombie filibuster and replacing it with a rule that's already currently on their books that would require senators to actually be on the floor talking in order to engage in debate. So I think there's some forward progress. I do think the shutdown will end today, but most importantly, we've got to get the SAVE Act across the finish line.
Okay, so just to be clear, are you saying that you believe that the SAVE Act, which prevents non-citizens from voting in elections, do you think that will be attached to this funding bill? Because if so, then the Senate has to...
That's right. They need to teach. They don't need to be out there bringing their student. That's the reason why none of these goddamn kids can read or do math now. It's because, how are you learning how to read or do math if you out there bringing these kids out onto the street to join up with protesters? What happens if the police have to disperse that crowd? You're going to have kids going everywhere, man. That's just so stupid.
Because, of course, that would make this bill different than what the Senate had passed.
You know, unfortunately, it's looking like the SAVE Act won't be attached to the rule on this spending package, which is honestly frustrating.
I feel like what's going to happen is that Trump is just going to keep the government shut down until all that crap that they're trying to push through into the bill that they're trying to pass to open the government back up is out. It's going to be just like last time. He's just going to keep it closed. That's exactly what's going to happen. Until they take all the DEI slapperooski out of it, it's going to stay closed.
Because Americans,
it might be another like 2 months, boys.
Have demanded this. Election integrity is one of the top issues that they have been calling for. And so not to have this as part of the ultimate package, it's a little bit of a frustration and a sore spot. But we recognize that shutdowns are chaos, and we want to keep the strong work going that the president has been leading on, getting our economy back on track. And shutdowns don't hurt anybody but the American people, certainly not the Congress critters up here that continue to get their pay while others don't. So I think that there is a path forward on the SAVE Act. It is frustrating that it is not going to be a part of the ultimate appropriation.
2 months until the government gets reopened.
Because I think a lot of our audience is watching this and thinking to themselves, what the SAVE Act provides for is that only citizens vote in elections. And the left is going to come out and say, oh, that's the law already. But we know that there is the potential out there for non-citizens to potentially vote, and that is not what the American people want. That is not what the Constitution dictates. So, can you give assurances to the people watching at home right now that eventually the SAVE Act, a common sense act, will pass?
Well, you know, I was up very late last night chatting with my good friend and colleague in the Senate, Mike Lee from Utah, talking about how we could find avenues for the SAVE Act, because we just simply don't have the votes today in order to force the SAVE Act onto the appropriations process. And so what we have to do is make sure this gets across, because as you pointed out, this is a real issue for a lot of Americans. But then on the flip side, you have folks that say it's not. Well, the facts tell a very different story. 19 states currently issue driver's licenses to non-citizens. Of those 19 states, 15 do automatic voter registration when you get your driver's license. So you can see where this has become a serious place for fraud. And we know from years of watching this happen in North Carolina, Virginia, California, Illinois, New York, we have countless examples of thousands and thousands of non-citizens voting, which is problematic, particularly when you have such tight margins here in the House. And I serve with colleagues who won their race by 6 votes, 29 votes, 800 votes. Every vote matters, but it has to be cast legally. And people need to know going into the ballot box that it is going to be a valid vote, and they're not going to be canceled out by somebody who shouldn't have been here in the first place.
All right, well, we will be watching to see if the government reopens today, as you have predicted that it will. And then DHS, of course, will only be funded for 2 weeks, and then yet another battle will be waged again between
we'll be right
Republicans
back here.
and Democrats. Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
User. I love it whenever they just come in and insult me, because then I can just instantly permaban them and be done with it. I love it. Oh man, we looking at another long government shutdown, and I agree. They should just keep that bitch closed. All right, so now we are now finally moving on to the Epstein stuff. What is this? Kidding me with this?
Well, on to this, a woman who detransitioned after identifying as a male, winning a landmark medical malpractice lawsuit. Fox Varian awarded $2 million after suing the doctors accused of pushing a double mastectomy.
Well, look at that. Big surprise.
When she was a minor. The 22-year-old reportedly tested.
Look at that. Big fucking surprise. Someone who had transitioned as a minor because they were mentally ill with something went to somebody that they thought they could trust, and all they did was push their ideology bullshit.
Well, on to this, a woman who
Look at that.
detransitioned after identifying as a male, winning a landmark medical malpractice lawsuit. Fox Varian awarded $2 million after suing the doctors accused of pushing a
W lawsuit victory, by the way, and I'm really sorry to hear that that happened to that person. I am.
mastectomy when she was a minor. The 22-year-old reportedly testified, quote, "I was 16 and I was really, really mentally ill. I obviously wasn't mature enough to make the decision to have surgery, and I certainly was not mature enough to handle the aftermath. Our next guest is one of the first children's transgender public whistleblowers in the United States. Jamie Reed was a caseworker at the Washington University Transgender Center. She joins us now. Jamie, let me
they got to learn to just keep keep kids out of this crap, dude. Seriously.
Analyze this just for a moment. You know, I was about 21 years old when I found out I had a breast cancer gene that put me at an 80% chance of breast cancer. And it took me 10 years to make the decision to have a double mastectomy to potentially save my life. It was a lot of, consternation and emotion. And I think about this young woman at 16 years old. She said she was browbeaten by her doctor to have this. And the mother was warned that her daughter might commit suicide if she didn't make a decision like this at 16. Is that kind of pressure commonplace in this field?
Yeah, obviously it is. It's a huge problem.
Absolutely it is. And that's
She's not the only person that I've heard. I've heard like at least 5 or 6 interviews of the same thing where people like had something wrong that was obviously some form of mental illness. They went to talk to doctors and they immediately tried to push this crap onto them. And it's like, that's not what the fuck it is. They're suffering from something. Why don't you try to help them with what the symptoms are they're giving you, like any medical professional?
I am so grateful that this jury decided on this plaintiff's behalf. She deserves justice for this, and she really is the tip of the iceberg on how this industry has been treating these young people and their families.
Yeah, it was amazing to see this jury.
That's right. Make kids safe again.
When you look at this, I was shocked this morning when I read this, that there are at least 25 cases filed on this since 2022. I mean, when you think about transitioning as a minor, we're told it's rare. This doesn't happen often. But to have 25 cases and untold numbers of other situations out there, are you surprised to hear 25 cases?
I'm surprised at the low number. In my center alone, when I think about how many patients were similar to this patient who just won this lawsuit, I believe that there are hundreds simply in one clinic where I worked. There are thousands and thousands of young people across this country who were treated in the same egregious manner that this patient was, who deserve their day in court, and their parents too.
Well, you have to realize that it's rare right now. But just like whenever they put lead piping into houses and then come to find out everyone's fucking dumb now, it's going to be the same instance. It's going to be, well, it only happened in the past 4 years, and most of these people are still kids. They're going to grow up, and they're going to have this realization that they were just, they just got fucked up by this. It just hasn't happened yet. That's all. Just give it more time. It won't be so rare. You're going to hear of an entire generation that was groomed into, child mutilation, because that's effectively what this is. Like, how do you know if you're trans if you haven't even went through puberty yet? You don't even know if you like boys or girls. You shouldn't. You damn sure shouldn't know. If you're under the age of 13 is a good portion of puberty is either started or ended. Not necessarily ended, but starts by the age of 13. There are some late bloomers, but you shouldn't fucking know what the fuck anything is at that point. You should just be trying to put the fucking the square block and the square entrance. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you know what fucking gender you are?
He's a medical doctor, and they said to me, they're uncertain why alternatives are not often presented because, in the field of medicine, surgery is often the last resort. I mean, I was repeatedly cautioned, here are all your options, surgery being the extreme you can go to if that's what you so choose. So why are alternatives not presented here?
A lot of this becomes that this is no longer a medical standard. Right now, this is a belief system that has been spread through the medical system. These providers have a false belief that they were saving children from the potential of suicide by doing these things. There's no evidence to back that up. And now we are starting to see this belief system basically crumble in the face of lawsuits, which
if you're I get what you're saying. That's different. These people
hope that there will be many, many more to come.
Jamie, well, thank you for bringing a light to this. It's really important because it starts to feel like the children are coming last and somehow sacrificed to some political belief system, which is just unbelievable. Jamie Reed, thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
Parents to do. They're disgusting. It's sad that these people even have medical licenses. It really is. It sucks. Okay, that's it for that. Okay, so let's move on to... Where are we at?
Number 2, it is... And so anyway, it's embarrassing. Yeah, they hate you now. Does Paul hate me? It's the same thing like Yakub creating white people. It's pretty much... And the... Spell books? Yeah, sure, right?
Let's see.
Mainstream media approach to delegitimize this protest. That one of the biggest, I think, turncoats in it was Stephen Colbert, if you can believe that, because you'd assume this guy, you know, I mean, I think that really, I go back and I think about it, the guy was always kind of a
okay, here we
male go. Epstein victim, allegedly raped by President Bush. This is the first Bush, not the second Bush.
Oh, this is this was the one that kind of went around, but no one's really sure if they can believe what he was saying. But they just put it in the Epstein files anyway. Apparently, like, one of the... It's like some crazy hallucination stuff. I don't know if it's completely true or not. I don't even know. Like, I feel like this video might just be a lot of, like...
Years. 50 years doing this. This might take me a couple of minutes. I apologize. But where is the image here? I'm trying to see if I can find one. And what I'm looking for is an image of my garage. And you'll know why whenever I show you. Because the amount of books that we have in our house, I would assume that we have 1,000 books in this house. I am not even kidding you. And she read about 950 of them. So this is all she did. Is this it? No, that's not it. God damn, there's so many fucking stupid photos I have in here. And, yeah, I have no idea where the hell this is. I might not be able to find it. Give me just a little bit longer. And if I can't, then I can't. This counts as, yeah, that's a library? Yeah, it was basically, okay, I did actually somehow find a photo. Oh, but you're gay? I'm black! Oh, yeah, he's that fear. I don't even know what to say. I'm having class consciousness, right? And because of that, all of the elites panicked, and they injected the Democrat Party and all of politics with identity politics to keep people infighting about, oh, but you're gay? I'm black. Oh,
yep,
what are
there
you?
It is.
I don't know what I am. Oh, that's special. And that's it. And transgender.
And that's the reason why we've got all these people that are down in chat saying stupid shit. It's not about identity politics. It's about the rich trying to make sure that the poor stay in identity politics.
And everything
that's what this all is.
It was always a thing, but it got
that's what it all is.
After 2010, didn't it? It sure did. So we have right here, when did Occupy Wall Street really happen? From September 17th to November 2011. Jeffrey Epstein talks to Christopher Poole in the middle of Occupy Wall Street in October. And then during Occupy Wall Street, Poole is born.
Yep.
Gentlemen, my conspiracy theory that I invented out of nothing is true.
Poll is where it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's like I'm not sure if it's a site or if it's a Twitter r/Twitter post place. But you go there, and it was one of like the first places where you can go and talk about politics openly.
This is another point on the graph, and it's drawing the same line. I'm feeling pretty good, guys. I'm feeling really good. Oh, sounds like a Mossad operation. It is, and I feel like it's so fucking obvious, man. I see this. And it's so obvious. Poll used to be a spinoff of New, which came out as /N. /N probably means something different now, doesn't it? And the lizards are watching. I know that. And so there's a lot of data Tim Pool has on the Occupy Wall Street movements. Sure, the Democrats took a liking to the AstroTurf culture war. Someone tell them? They all did. Everybody did. And so they injected everything, politics with identity politics. Everything is identity politics now. Wait, I'm confused. So basically, all right, let me take a step back. I'm going to tell you what I believe. This is what I think happened. I think that everything leading up to, because in 2000s, we had movies like Rush Hour. We had everybody making jokes about being gay. We had people not really giving a shit as much about being gay. You know, you could call people the N-word. You could use the F-word. Nobody cared about what anybody was saying. None of it really mattered. And then we had the absolute pinnacle fucking, canon moment of Tropic Thunder. And Tropic Thunder was the point where nobody gave a shit about anything anymore. You had people making jokes about being gay. You had people wearing blackface. You had people making jokes about being fat. Everything, right? It was the golden age. Everything was amazing. All of the identity problems in America still existed, but they were receding. And it was obvious that they were receding, and everybody could see that. Fast forward to 2 or 3 years later.
I mean, you had Robert Downey Jr. You realize that Robert Downey Jr. played a black character in a movie? Not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people know that Robert Downey Jr. played a black character. You understand how, like, that was the peak of no racism? Bro was literally blackface. It's crazy. What character did Robert Downey Jr. play as a black person? Tropic Thunder. He played a black person in Tropic Thunder. Eat shit and die. Boom.
Tropic Thunder came out 2008, 2009. And then this is after the, because you had 9/11 originally, right? And, this was happening in the 90s too, keep in mind, is that in the 90s, everybody was getting along, everything was good. The 80s into the 90s, people are being very, part of, everybody was the same.
You're a dumbass,
and then
'cause
9/11 happens, all the Arabs are bad, all Muslims are bad, and, you're going right back to, anybody brown is bad. And so then that recovered, right? And by the end of the 2010, a lot of that was a joke at this point, right? You had jokes about it, but people weren't really doing it seriously anymore. And so anyway, Durka, all the old fucking memes, Muhammad Jihad and everything. This is a huge thing back in 2000, the early 2000s, massive thing. And so then after all that, so everybody was coming back together. And a group of college students got together and they got in front of Wall Street. And there was a huge protest at the time, right? You can see how many people were here. And there was a coordinated mainstream media approach to delegitimize this protest. That one of the biggest, I think, turncoats in it was Stephen Colbert, if you can believe that. Because you'd assume this guy, I think that really, I go back and I think about it, the guy was always kind of an asshole. But, I try to give Stephen Colbert a pass because he likes Lord of the Rings, okay? I'm a little bit biased here.
Dude, if Tropic Thunder came out now, it'd be mass hysteria. Dude, if a movie like Tropic Thunder that had Robert Downey Jr. playing a black dude in it came out now, it would be mass fucking hysteria. You would have people with the most highlighter pink hair with nose rings down to their fucking ass screaming bloody fucking murder out onto the streets. It would be mass hysteria, bro.
But this was the first time. Look at these things
They
here.
should re-release Tropic Thunder. They should just put it back in theaters for like one day. Oh my God,
Wake
dude.
up, America. Tax Wall Street. Tax the rich. We are the 99%. Dear 1%, we fell asleep for a while. We just woke up, the 99%.
That's right.
The elites and the rich people in the country saw that.
Our entire government, our entire infrastructure, everything that we do today is to prevent this from happening again. It is to keep the rich rich and to keep the poor poor. That is the reason why you will work until you are 65 or 75, depending on when they decide to move the number. When they decide to move it, not if, when. This is the reason why you will work yourself to death. Right here. To keep them rich and to keep you poor.
And they said, we've got to put these fuckers back to bed. And so what they did after 2011 is that is whenever all of the identity politics came in. That is whenever all of the tone policing came in. That is whenever woke culture began. And they did that in order to keep, because you can see also, like, you look at a lot of these people, right? These are all primarily, like, there's white people here. There's, I don't know, like maybe Hispanic here. There's men, women. This guy's, I think he doesn't look white either. This is a completely non-racial...
Well, think about it. Think about it like this. Whenever the housing market crashed, whenever it was the housing crisis, right? And they used these subprime mortgage loans to keep people paying money, and then eventually it crashed, right? And people filed for bankruptcy, and then it eventually got bailed out, right? Well, they're doing the same thing with student loans now. When you take out a federal student loan, there's no escaping that. It will follow you till the day you die. If they could, they would make your loved ones pay it after you die. So either way you look at it, you're still an indentured servant. They tell you the entire time you're going through school, well, make sure that you keep your grades up high so that way you can go to college. Okay, well, how do you go to college if you're poor? Well, you got to take out a $150,000 student loan. Huh. At the age of 18, you don't think about that, and you take out a $150,000 student loan, not realizing that the amount of money that you just took out at an age where you're barely able to consent to anything is going to crush you for the rest of your life. You're going to die with that money over your head. It's the same shit, it's just called something else. That's all it is. They still got you, and you don't even realize it.
It was not a movement of any one particular group of people. It was primarily young people because a big factor was student loans, but everybody was being affected by
That's right, subprime student loans.
It was. And so you've got a ton more of this stuff here. Occupy Wall Street. Yeah, look at this. Kanye West, Russell Simmons lends support to Occupy Wall Street protesters. There he is, man. Yep, and look at again. Look at also, this is how it used to be. Look at what he's got right there. American flags. All with American flags. It's kind of a bullshit flag, but it's still an American flag. They did this. So Kanye was also on.
Yeah, look at all those American flags that aren't being burned that are the right side up on the flagpoles. Huh. It's almost as if this is for America. Damn.
In favor of this. So all of this happened. It got even more extreme, and eventually Occupy Wall Street failed. It did. Wall Street is still not occupied. And so, as he tying to screenshot, well, I'll explain. So basically, it was gaining a lot of momentum. So what they did is they injected the political culture with a bunch of identity politics. Now it's about being trans, being gay, being non-binary, being black, being white, lived experience, and they created all of this vocabulary in order to cause people to divide each other. Because back then, the policy was to just deport all illegal aliens. This was the policy of, Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, probably Donald Trump also, but Bernie Sanders, Obama, like everybody thought this. And so this was the closest that we have ever come, anybody has ever come, to actual class consciousness.
And obviously they did everything in their power to bury this. They have done everything in their power since Occupy Wall Street to bury this. They don't want you to know that the war is pretty much over and that you lost. That's essentially what's happened. And they're gonna AstroTurf whatever they can to make sure that the idiots, the lobotomites, the morons, the dumbasses, the retards, the schizos never understand truly what's going on.
It was. This was the closest that it's ever happened. And you can see here, there's white people, black people.
If all those people down in Minneapolis were all protesting for something like this, and they put all this energy into something like this, and then we had other people that actually had brain cells down there doing and actually protesting and not rioting for something like this, America would be a completely different place. It would.
Even celebrities that are there at these events. And all of this happened. And then after it failed, then everything was gay. Everything was trans. Everything was racial. Yep. Everything was some sort of
identity. A different country. Remember Israel and Palestine. That was the thing too. It's been something new every year.
It was men and women and rape culture and all this stuff.
Yep.
And I think this happened on purpose.
obviously.
I think this was a top-down initiative that was done top-down in order to think Occupy Wall Street. You don't get it? It's a phase? Well, apparently it was. And so it was done, and this is a conspiracy theory. It is. But you know what makes my conspiracy theory a little bit more valid? When during Occupy Wall Street, one of the richest and most influential people, Jeffrey Epstein, met with one of the other people that was running a website that a lot of people were discussing politics on. And then as a result of that, potentially, we don't know if this is a causal factor. It might have been, just a coincidence. But during Occupy Wall Street, Poll was born. You see that? Can you believe that? That's nuts. Holy shit. Was Gamergate also a result? Gamergate was a result. It absolutely was. Gamergate was the first really big cultural flashpoint. Because a lot of people, and the reason why is because, again, keep in mind where Gamergate came from. Gamergate was overwhelmingly supported by Reddit. Everybody everywhere was supportive of Gamergate. If you go back and you look at YouTube videos of Gamergate from 2014, every single YouTube video is massively positive about Gamergate. Everybody supported it. And so the reason why it changed is because the media intentionally misled everybody about it. Ferguson came before Gamergate.
That's what's going on right now. How come it is that you have, for example, MSNBC, ABC7, CNN, you have all these other media places showing one story, and then you have a place like Fox News showing a different story, and then you have all these social media content creators like Nick Shirley and Asmongold shining an even brighter light and a brighter spectrum just by going out there and recording videos. Well, like not Asmond, of course, but like Nick Shirley showing what was going on with the stuff in Minneapolis and Tim Walz. And you want to tell me that all of the social media platforms, including Fox News, aren't biased? Hell, the only reason why Fox News is going so hard is because, they had it for 4 years now. It's their turn to retaliate, if anything. But, every form of actual broadcasted television is biased to an extent. It is, whether they like it or not. But whenever you've got somebody like Nick Shirley, who goes out and does things because he wants the taxpayer money that he has to put taxes into, like every other hardworking American, and they take that tax money and out of your check, and then they send it overseas because of a failing government, like Minneapolis's state government. And then you get called by Tim Walz, some kind of lefty or a righty or some fucking stupid political bullshit, and he's like, and you just hear Nick Shirley say fraud is fraud. Doesn't matter what side it's on. Fraud is still fraud. And he's right. Fraud is fraud. Stop getting captured by this. Fraud is fraud. If you are committing fraud and you are a politician and you stir up your own state because he's not even running for re-election. Nick Shirley completely destroyed his campaign. He's done. Everyone that is leading the Minneapolis government is under investigation. They've cut off all funding to Minneapolis and to Minnesota, other than some of the basic stuff. It's over.
Well, I don't remember about Ferguson. I don't know about that. Reddit was even against Gamergate? Reddit? No. You don't understand. Reddit was not against Gamergate. The top posts on Reddit, period, were Gamergate posts that dominated the entire website. It's not like this was part of the website. It's not like, there were some people that agreed with this. No, this was the overwhelming absolute culture. Yeah, Reddit pushed it. Yeah, whenever somebody, I'm trying to remember some of the guys that make Grade A, Under A, Keemstar, a lot of those old drama YouTube people, whenever they made a video about it, Mr. Medicare, remember him? Remember Jim, right? Jim was a huge one. And so whenever one of those guys made a video, Total Biscuit, this was at the top. This is what I mean whenever I say the top of Reddit. You go to r/all, and instead of this hot chick, it's actually it's a video about Gamergate. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about this shit.
If Nick Shirley exposes stuff in California, bet your ass I'm going to be reacting to it. 100%.
He was,
Absolutely,
his videos.
bro.
I still remember watching the We Was Gangs video, man.
Gavin Newsom's next.
And that's why identity politics was forced into games so hard, because that's when gaming started getting shittier and shittier. Yeah, it was. And Reddit used to be a normal place. It was. And so here we go again. And this is another one.
They are.
Bill Gates mentioned in Epstein emails. Jeffrey Epstein is a board member for Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Look inside. Epstein introduces Bill Gates to a Russian prostitute. Gets STD from a Russian prostitute. Bill is worried that he gave his wife an STD. Bill asks Epstein for help. Epstein gets Bill antibiotics from doctor friend. Bill asks Epstein for help discreetly giving Melinda...
I think that every state in America has fraud going through its system. I guarantee it. Especially with people that have been in political power for the longest time, like more than like 3-4 years. I feel like there's some form of fraud going on. How is it that everyone can see how much the job pays you? How is it that you made millions of dollars as your time in office? How can you possibly explain that? How you taking vacations every other week, bro? Come on. There's obviously something going on. I feel like it at least, I would say that more than half of the states, red or blue, all have some form of fraud.
So she doesn't learn he cheated. Epstein gets annoyed with Bill, tells him he's annoying. Epstein resigns from the foundation. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is insane. And I am just, this is just crazy. And it gets even worse, right? Let me see here. And that's what I would have done had I been in your shoes. What I did receive, however, was unfriendly, strongly worded email telling me how employable that I am and I should not be looking for any significant financial help in the future. To add insult to injury, the injury, you then employ me to please delete the emails regarding your STD. Your request that I provide you antibiotics that you can surreptitiously give to Melinda, and the description of your penis. And you also made it clear to me that I am not to refer to, I guess, that girl as another topic, and that must remain between the two of us. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? Egg shape? That's a legal statement known to be public? I mean, it's pretty spelled wrong. Did you hear about... No, we're gonna get to George H. Bush eating a dismembered baby. Yeah, we're gonna get to that, okay? Like, we just haven't gotten to the eating dismembered baby.
That was at the beginning of this video. Is some guy that was like on something whenever they interviewed him, because he like turned himself in and said that he had been the way this guy described it, it sounded like he was on just one hell of a crazy trip, if I'm being honest. And even at the end of the report, it says we don't know if we could actually trust this information. It sounds crazy, probably because it is. They never used it in the actual investigation, and there's no eyewitnesses. Nobody else witnessed this. Like, some of the other documents, they have, like, eyewitnesses that are, like, featured later on in the actual documents. But this guy just kind of showed up out of the blue and said all of this. And I think he was, like, he was involved with some of the stuff that Epstein was doing, but, like, not like that.
Babies. But that will be soon, okay, guys? There's a lot more to go over and a lot more to talk about. What? Yeah, no, that's just what happened. That's just the way it is, right? I mean, I didn't do it, right? I'm just saying, like, that's what it was. And so anyway, the number of sheer number of politically diverse and otherwise unrelated figures who abruptly reversed course in 2024 to rally around Trump suggests something more than a coincidence. Everyone should consider the possibility. Where'd it go? Everyone should consider the possibility that many of them are implicated in serious wrongdoing, that the Trump offered protection or a cover-up in return to loyalty. So that's possible, right? Some people think because Elon Musk is in the files that that's the reason why he supported Donald Trump. This is ridiculous. Oh my God. The FBI citing... Oh, here we go. FBI citing confidential human source released in a final batch of Epstein files claims Trump has been compromised by Israel. Take a look at this. And this was in, where did it happen? 2020, right here. CHS believed Dershowitz was co-opted by Mossad and subscribed to their mission. And then we have another one here. CHS advised that this is the real collusion story. Trump has been compromised by Israel, and Kushner is the real brains behind his organization and his presidency. So basically, that random guy that like his daughter married was running the country. I don't know if that's true or not. I really don't. I mean, a lot of these are tips and stuff like that, so you can't really...
This was 10/19/2020.
Be sure. This is just somebody that's saying it, but there it is. It's right there in front of you. And Trump's accused of being a pedophile compromised by Mossad. Lol, what the fuck? That's right. That's right. Oh, yeah. And we already went through this
I do kind of feel like a lot of the Epstein files are filled with just useless-ass information. There's so much information there.
Like, and anyway, so it gets even better than this, okay? Jeffrey Epstein, the probability that Jeffrey Epstein called someone the N-word on Xbox Live, 95% chance. 95% chance. I'd say guaranteed, maybe, right? I mean, like, look, I wouldn't say 100%, right? But a lot of other people would, and I can see why.
I love how they released apparently they released like 9 million files or some crazy fucking amount, and all we've got to cling to is Epstein getting banned from Xbox. What the fuck?
So here we go. Notice of permanent enforcement action, harassment, threats, and abuse. This email is to notify you that your Xbox Live account privileges have been permanently suspended due to harassment, threats, and/or abuse of other players. So let me get this straight. Jeffrey Epstein got banned by Xbox Live before he got arrested.
They were on to him faster than the police were, I guess.
Epstein was in there in the trenches in Modern Warfare 2, spamming the N-word. Bill Gates did this to him after he got met. So you think Bill Gates banned Jeffrey Epstein's...
Out of spite?
Bro. Bill Gates bans Jeffrey Epstein's Xbox Live account after he doesn't give Bill Gates STD
meds for his fucking wife? Dude, that's funny. That's actually kind of funny.
Antibiotics to secretly...
He's like, fine, fuck you, I'm gonna buy Xbox and then ban you, bitch.
Give to his wife whenever he was hooking up with a Russian hooker.
Actually, I don't even know. How like, was Xbox always part of... I thought he had to buy it or something. I don't know.
Wow. Check the dates? Yeah, where's the dates here? I want to see this. No. No fucking way. No fucking way, dude. It was 5 months later. Sorry, I peeked the mic there. I apologize. Holy shit. Xbox messages and second reply. Well, it doesn't say it anywhere, right? Did it say it? No, it's just him. Yeah, it's the guy himself. And I don't understand this at all. The dots might be making a line here. It's just, Gates was such a nerd, he said, I don't want to hang out with you anymore, and banned him from Xbox. Could this be... God, bro, this is... This guy... Dude, this is insane. So he's calling people the N-word on Xbox Live. He's playing World of Warcraft. He's on 4chan.
Yeah, allegedly he went to World of Warcraft after he got banned on Xbox.
And trying to get them to make new image boards. Played Alliance. Dogs, and it was a coincidence and a red herring, and then a street camera that, since its inception had been pointed at the pizza shop, was suddenly pointed in a different direction on the same day that a random guy in a random act of violence fired
here we go.
I don't think it was.
Now we're going to talk about the pizza thing.
When he got banned.
This is important.
From Xbox Live. Fiction. Or Epstein was a... Oh, here's another one. Take a look at this. This is crazy.
So, like, a lot of people don't know that if you're referring to pizza, like cheese pizza, that is... I'm going to let Asmund say it because I'm not going to fucking say it, but It refers to like yeah. But it's a type of hidden language.
Basically, okay, let me read it. Okay. So basically, a vast global child trafficking network constantly used pizza in every single one of their communications as a clear code word for something much more sinister. But this one time in Washington, D.C., when a random pizza shop owner, who was named one of the 50 most powerful people in D.C., was doing the same thing and using the same language with Obama and the Clintons, they were actually just talking about pizza and hot dogs, and it was a coincidence and a red herring, and then a street camera that, since its inception, had been pointed at the pizza shop was suddenly pointed in a different direction on the same day that a random guy in a random act of violence fired a single bullet into the pizza shop door, which destroyed the hard drive on the pizza shop computer, and then he was killed in a traffic stop, and then every mention of the pizza shop was scrubbed from the internet.
If you notice that in a lot of the documents they talk about pizza a lot. A lot.
Oh my god.
A lot.
I wish my mom was alive to see this. I do. Fuck, man. Fuck. This is
so cheese pizza CP, the child, you know. That's why they use pizza.
Old news? No, this is new. This is crazy. And then the security camera killed itself?
And ever since this document came out, these documents, people have brought back up how often, like, a lot of entertainers bring up pizza. And they're trying to say that it's all connected, and I'm like, I don't know if it's all connected. And no one fucking knows. You probably never know unless someone gets caught doing something they shouldn't be doing.
Oh, really? By 2 shotgun shots to the back of the head, right? Send alert. Send pizza to Bobby. May I bring your slice of pizza to you? Respectfully, Daphne. From 2015. Oh my god. The pizza shop incident? No, the pizza shop, but it got memory hold. It did. It got totally memory hold. And so, what the fuck is a red...
And think about it, and someone did say this in chat. If Trump was never elected, technically these files would have never come out in general. They never would have come out. I mean, even now, we're having, like, a lot of people are having to push for these files to continue to be released. And they're so heavily redacted, like, fuck is even happening, right? But we'd never even know about this. This would all still be just conspiracy shit. That's the crazy part, is like, these have been conspiracy theories for a long fucking time. And a lot of people have just been validated that their conspiracy theories aren't crazy. That this actually in the files. It actually happened. Like, this was so rampant that these people actually made a symbol and put it on pizza restaurants to show the locations where you can go and get this. Like, they actually turned the signs into the logo of what that they had chosen.
Oh my god. Under 9. U9. We don't know what U means.
Pizzagate was real.
U9 Red Pizza Party. Hi, Ben. Great game today. Wanted to check and see if you might be available for a pizza party next Saturday after the friendly Darien game we're having. It's been difficult to find time the most people are available to participate, but it seems like next Saturday is the best for most. Please let me know. Thanks. Sent from my iPhone.
Yep.
there is a good chance that all of it is real. Yep. U9 is typically used for sports. Right. Yep. That's exactly what they meant. Besta Pizza was located.
Here's the logo. That's the logo. That's the logo they used to use. They had that logo on pizza shops. That's how, like, that's it's kind of like how, like, certain bars had logos on them to show that they were, like, hidden, you know, gay bars and stuff like that. That's what they did. They would hide symbols, but they just put that shit on the sign. They just lit that shit up with LEDs. And then they removed it.
They changed their logo.
And they didn't do this until it was exposed.
Oh, God. This is deep. This is... this right here... Okay. So, basically, this image right here, this triangle, is a covert symbol that is meant to indicate, you know, weird pedophile stuff. The pedo triangle. Yes. Symbols matter? Yes, they do. And so this is a high level. Like crazy.
This is all in the Epstein files. It's all there. It's all there.
See, people don't even know about this. Nobody even knows this exists. Oh, yeah. Please go check on it yourself. Men Loving Boys Association? I don't know about that. I'm just saying this. Yeah. What the fuck, man? That's right, bro. What the fuck? Alex Jones is eternally vindicated. Pizza... Oh, my God. Pizza means cocaine. Really? It does? Oh, man. It's still there. You can have a slice, play a little Pong, a great place to take a date to. Yeah, it's insane thinking. Holy fucking shit.
Yep.
Something like that, yeah. Not a huge fan of Martyr Maid, but this tweet storm about Pizzagate is pretty good. Holy fucking shit. So...
That's right. It happened.
This is so spicy. I'm going to have to scroll it up on screen, okay? This is a lot. I did a podcast about the origins of Pizzagate conspiracy theory. During the episode, we mentioned art and other visual materials relevant to the story, which I will present here for reference. Warning, extremely disturbing. Pizzagate hit public consciousness when a man armed with an AR-15 showed up to Washington, D.C. pizza parlor called Comet Ping Pong Pizza. He was looking for a hidden chamber used by a satanic pedophile cult involving D.C. elites. It all began when the emails of John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign manager, were released by WikiLeaks. While most were picking through evidence that the DNC or Clinton had screwed Bernie, others were sleuthing in another direction. I only want to add visual aids for the podcast here, so I won't go into all the details. Bottom line, people found what they thought were coded messages referring to pedophilia. That in hand, that they were looking for confirmation in the archive. Among the emails was an invitation of John Podesta and his brother, Tony, to the performance by Marina Ambervik. Everyone was excited about her upcoming art installation called Spirit Cooking. Here's the lovely lady. Spirit Cooking is a black magic ritual themed dinner party installation, I guess.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
The guests eat off of mock corpses. They drink libations they're supposed to pretend are blood, breast milk, and semen. The walls are scrawled with messages written in pig's blood.
Why would you even, like, wait, what? Who the fuck would go to something like this?
Sharp knife.
Like, just the thought of it, it's disgusting.
Deeply into the middle finger of your left hand, eat the pain. Fresh morning urine, sprinkle over nightmare dreams. Mix fresh breast milk. Wait a minute. Didn't something like this happen at Blizzard? And Bobby Kotick...
Oh, shit, he's right! They had that breast milk thing that was going around at Blizzard, too. That's right. Bro, what is it with these schizos and breast milk? It's so fucking weird.
Guy is. I'm not familiar with him. I don't mean to downplay him. I'm just not familiar with his content. So next, people found many references to Comet Pizza Ping Pong, a DC joint owned by James Galifianakis, who, despite being a humble pizza salesman, was named one of the 50 most powerful people in Washington, D.C. by
How the fuck? It's just like, again, we see how much you're supposed to be making. How are you so filthy fucking rich? How?
GQ magazine.
It seems almost like it's it seems to happen quite a bit, huh? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Fuck.
This is it. Galifianakis is an interesting character. He is the former boyfriend of Media Matters founder David Brock. His Instagram avatar at the time was a picture of Antoninus, the boy lover of the Roman Emperor Hadrian. He was the one that built the wall, Hadrian's Wall. And there were pictures of other people's kids that seemed strange without context.
What the fuck?
They sure do. They sure do seem strange, don't they? Fake? I don't know. Alphinatus is a common Greek name, but oddly enough, the name James Alphinatus reads very much like the French, I don't know how to say this, which means I like...
I don't know how anyone could look at this and be like, this is totally worth paper money. Like, you realize that all of this is over money and power.
What?
Like, this is just fucking crazy,
point,
bro.
Someone remembered the words of Andrew Breitbart several years later in a tweet that seems like a dare for Podesta to take him into the court for discovery. He publicly accused him of running an underage sex slave operations.
Jesus.
How Pog Guru John Podesta is in a household name as a world-class underage sex slave cover-upper defending unspeakable dregs escapes me. And this was in 2011. And then when did Andrew Breitbart die?
Yeah, he mysteriously hung himself with two bullets in the back of his head, right? Like they all do. Big surprise.
A year later.
What? What?
Sure, yeah, a year later. He wasn't killed? I don't know.
I
but
mean...
2011 seems like a pretty crazy year, huh? How about that? And Breitbart was the first to accuse the disgraced congressman and husband of Hillary Clinton's top aide of sexting with underage girls. Wait, is this Anthony Weiner? Was that it? Discussing his vindication on Red Eye, he and Gutfeld had a knowing exchange about ping pong.
Adrenaline coursing through my veins. It's the most surreal experience. You have no perspective when something like this happens of this epic level. I haven't looked at the internet to see the comment section. I haven't retweeted any vile hate against me.
Which is actually a relief.
Right. In 48 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm jonesing for some hate.
Well, the interesting thing, it's hard to play ping pong when you don't have any opposition. Because normally the people that tweet you hate are not tweeting because they've been humiliated. I don't see anything.
Why did you change the subject to the sport of ping pong?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're weird that way.
I am. I certainly am. I want to talk about the extra.
The fuck? It really makes you wonder how many coded messages these entertainers have. Or these people that get up. How deep does the rabbit hole go, boys? That's the real question.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
How deep does it go?
That really, you know, like, I don't get it. So, he used ping pong as an example of going back and forth, but ping pong could also be a double entendre for Ping Pong Pizza, which was the place that the sex operation was being operated out of.
I feel like that's kind of like the lead on to some of these people to see if they know or if they don't know. And I guess this guy had no idea what he was talking about when he referred to ping pong. So the message didn't come across and it just made him look like an idiot.
You see?
Interesting. Interesting.
Man, the double meaning. Exactly. So, wow. Letting him know. Yeah, letting him know that he knows. On the air.
Yeah, it might as well be a portal into the abyss, right? Jesus, man. That's crazy. Oh, man, you know we gotta watch this. You know we gotta watch this. We gonna watch this up until, like, 10 minutes. Fuck. Why is everyone publishing these massively long videos?
Capsule into the
Check
years
out Shoe on Head. W Shoe on Head.
2020 and 2021, like how crazy it was back then, and then in retrospect comparing it to how crazy it is now. But this is a shorter, more condensed version of that series. Think of it as a Temu, Jon Stewart, or Stephen Colbert before they morphed into the same flavor of shitlib. You see, I'm better than those late night Jimmies because I don't get my news from mainstream sources like some kind of hack. No. I get them from far more reputable places like Instagram Reels and Femboy Groiper69 on Twitter. From furry ballrooms and the Epstein files to OnlyFans green cards and kidnapping foreign leaders, from government-funded purple-haired girlfriends to a potential civil war, we have a very packed show for you today. It has been a crazy year, and it is only January. As I am filming this, we are currently having a huge winter storm.
This morning, snow, ice, and frigid temperatures sweeping across the nation. 20 states under a state of emergency.
Ah yes, perfect weather to make some poor immigrant deliver me chicken tendies. It's so cold that Michigan and
Oh my god!
Minnesota received reports about exploding trees. Leftists
What?
said no more ice, and
Bro,
God
there's no way.
said
Holy shit, that's a thing that happens?
trees. Leftists said no more ice, and God said... Anyway, in news that should have stayed in 2016, apparently there is a new term women have coined called man-keeping. Man-keeping is why women are done with dating. Researchers at Stanford have finally given a name to something many women have been dealing with for years. It's called man-keeping, and it's helping explain why so many women are stepping away from dating altogether. Man-keeping describes the emotional labor women end up doing in heterosexual relationships. It goes beyond remembering birthdays or coordinating social plans. It means being your partner's one-man support system, managing his stress, interpreting his moods, holding his hand through feelings he won't share with anyone else. All of
What
it.
the fuck do you think a man does for you? What? What the fuck do you think a guy does for you? What the fuck? Like, it's like these people just don't even understand basic partnership systems. What the fuck?
Unpaid, unacknowledged, and often unreciprocated. I hate this f***ing therapy speak people talk with nowadays. Emotional labor? You mean being there for your partner? This is why so many people are just gonna start dating ChatGPT. People thought men were gonna be the ones dating AI. No. They're gonna be the ones with these sex robots. Women are the ones who want the daily affirmation machines. Yes, honey, I love when you talk about all the drama at work. Tell me more about that bitch, Veronica. Man-spreading, mansplaining, man-interrupting, man-keeping, manscaping. Speaking of manscaping, before we dive into the news, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, a sponsor that can help you with your manscaping, Henson Shaving.
Henson. Oh, it was Dollar Shave Club, but their shit's expensive now, and their razors are crap, so now it's Henson Shaving. Interesting.
The median age of home buyers is now 59.
Oh man, look at that, boys. At the rate we're going, you'll be able to afford a house when you retire. Wouldn't that be great? You can take on a mortgage at the age of 50? Or she said what? She said 69?
Now, let's get back to the video. All right, let's start with some good news.
59.
The median age of home buyers is now
59. That is just... You'll be able to retire at 60... you'll be able to get a house at 59. You'll work for 5 years. 6 years, actually. And you think that you're going to retire at the age of 65. You just took out a 30-year mortgage, so welcome to being welcome to working until you're dead.
9.
What the fuck? You realize that even at that age, if you're still paying rent that's going up every year, You're still gonna work until you die?
But that's not all. America's seniors will now see a new $6,000 bonus exemption as part of the working families tax cut. That's $93 billion.
That's right. Make sure it's paid off by the time you're 109, or they're just gonna take it back anyway.
For seniors all over the country.
If you die, well, that's too bad. You don't need generational wealth. Just get fucked.
By working families tax cut, they mean you, the working family, giving another billion-dollar wealth transfer to the most oppressed class.
What the fuck did I say? What the fuck did I say earlier, like not even an hour ago? It's not about ideology, bro. It's about class warfare. They trying to cover that shit up and they got the wealth to do it. Duh.
Boomers. Why are we giving these geriatric f***s another tax break? Maybe they should pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
They're getting tax breaks because they're the ones that are running everything. And we've got too many lobotomites down in Minneapolis that don't really understand what they're fighting for, so...
Maybe they should stop buying so much avocado toast. God forbid we help young families raise the next generation of Americans. No, that would be communism.
I'm 31. I'm 31 years old, bro. I've been a school bus driver. I've been a firefighter. I actually made damn good money as a firefighter, but I've worked at the United States Postal Service. I'm 31. How fucking old do you think I am?
They're poor as f nowadays.
Goddamn.
What are they supposed to do?
Piper Raquel, 18, claims she made $2.9 million in a single day after launching OnlyFans.
No more rights. No more women's rights. I am ready for the Islamic Revolution. Mayor Memdani, please press the Islamification button. I know the go-to joke is always, haha, women, am I right? But I think the real question here is, should men be allowed to have credit cards? This woman didn't magically create millions of dollars with her mind out of thin air. No. Millions of men made this woman a millionaire overnight. Where's the accountability for that? I'm out here policing the whores. We need some men to be out there
Damn.
policing the simps. We have a simp
Right?
epidemic.
Bro, fucking low key.
Simps are out of control. Not all of them, though.
If you ever want to see what a simp looks like, pull up a picture of a Minneapolis riot. You'll see a few of them scattered in there. Not very many. They're rare, but they're there.
They can stay. Also, isn't this like the third OnlyFans 18th birthday announcement and the woman turns into a millionaire overnight? Someone a little sus about that. But don't worry, thanks to AI, we are entering a new age of goonerism.
Yep.
Honestly, what's the big deal? Men are already talking to the guys in India who run the accounts of OnlyFans models. Is this really any different? The internet
You know,
is
she's got a point.
slowly but surely just becoming Indian men scamming other Indian men. But don't worry, not every internet waifu is a man using AI. In fact, if you live in the UK, you may get a state-funded, far-right, purple-haired waifu. Introducing pathways.
These people shouldn't reproduce. We don't need more of these people.
A point-and-click video game.
We don't need more Tylenol babies,
by
please.
the UK government to help prevent online radicalization.
Pathways is an educational visual novel and learning experience created by the UK media company Shout Out UK, with funding from UK government's Prevent program run by the Home Office. The game is meant to teach the youth about dangers of radicalization and extremism in both real life and online. This is done by putting the players in a role of a character named Charlie, who must navigate 6 different scenarios relating to extremism. In the second scenario, the player is introduced to the character Amelia, a staunch anti-immigration protester depicted as a goth girl with purple hair, a pink dress, and a choker.
And the internet
Well, that described just about every fucking rioter in Minneapolis. I'm gonna stop.
instantly fell in love with her.
I'll stop.
It's like they made her have short purple hair thinking that that would prevent this from happening. But the UK failed to consider the fact that conservatives love art hoes. They act like they don't, they'll deny it, they'll pretend they just want a blonde traditional housewife, but deep down every conservative wants a woman who looks like this, who says the N-word. Government-funded video games. Incredible. At least our government doesn't do weird shit like that. No, our government is very normal.
Oh man. Oh man, you had to do it. You just couldn't leave it alone, could you? You just had to poke the fucking bear. Oh man. You just had to fucking poke
Believe it or not, Mar-a-Lago Furry Party was on my 2026 bingo card. I miss when this weird shit was just done underground. I miss when these parties...
Right? Like, what happened to just shaming these people into, like, being silent about it? Why are they showing up in, like, schools now? What the fuck? When did this become okay?
Secret.
Did it ever become okay?
The Epstein files were released.
Yeah. Right? Huh. Man, it's a good thing we got that extra millionth page of just nothing.
Wow. Incredible. The things they are showing us are eerie enough. I couldn't imagine the things that they're redacting.
And the shit that they fucking don't redact is all information that, like, it's so obvious they're not just trying to cover up the victims, dude. It's just so obvious.
Discussing that these powerful people are still being protected. We as a country should be extremely concerned about an international child trafficking ring. This is not just something we all move from, and we kidnapped the president of Venezuela.
Breaking.
I kind of like that. That was kind of low key. That was kind of badass.
Now Maduro, the president says, has been captured.
Maduro has been captured and flown out of the country.
In total, more than 150 aircraft, bombers, fighters, intelligence, reconnaissance, surveillance, rotary wing were in the air last night.
First pictures of Nicolas
We kind of covered a lot of these topics that she's talking about here.
It's almost refreshing
We
to
didn't
capture
kinda, we
dictator
did.
Nicolas Maduro. Yeah, if you're wondering why we don't have healthcare. Responsibility. A huge number of unimaginable restrictions for public health were adopted fronts that could help realize my carbon initiatives for shaping the future towards smart and sustainable cities. COVID-19 was the test of social responsibility. A huge number of
I feel like, okay, we'll probably pick up some of this video tomorrow, because even now, I'm fairly certain I'm already out of fucking time for it. Yeah, it's already 10. It's already it's about to turn 11. We got to hit that Midwest safety video up because it's kind of long. But what That's weird. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so check out Midwest Safety, Midwest Safety. Hell yeah, Midwest Safety. Okay, what the fuck? Oh, there it goes. What's going on? Oh, there it goes. I have no idea what that was. That was weird. That was weird. That was weird. Okay, it seems like we're back. I think OBS just shit the bed. I am fairly certain that OBS just shite the bed hard, bro. Holy crap, it just shit the bed. Because it wasn't the internet. That was weird. That was really fucking weird. I don't know what the hell caused that. It was like a massive hiccup. Is it still streaming to Twitch? It's not. I have no idea. Oh well, it doesn't matter. We just got one more video left anyway, so let's finish this video out and then we gonna be rolling. So check out Midwest Safety, hell yeah, Midwest Safety, Midwest Safety. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to noon, so make sure you guys drop by, sit in a like, you know, chill out during the stream. Let's go.
On August 1st, 2024, Columbus police in Ohio responded to a disturbance at a home involving 40-year-old Benjamin Wheeler. According to the caller, Wheeler was irate and threatening family members. When officers first made contact, Wheeler briefly stepped into the doorway shirtless and made a series of erratic statements, at one point stating, "Martial law has been declared." After several minutes of conversation, he told officers he had weapons in his room, saying, "I'm armed. I will defend myself." Moments later, Wheeler retreated back inside and stopped responding. With an active felony warrant to serve and growing concerns about a gunman now barricaded inside his home, the department requested its SWAT team, who arrived with a heavily armored military-grade vehicle known as the Bearcat, built to withstand gunfire from rifle rounds and breach fortified structures. Its arrival marked a turning point in the standoff, and this was only the beginning.
The destination is on your left. Arrived.
Bearcat, C copy.
Window left the door. He was last seen.
Bearcat 1 is set and waiting for Bearcat 2 and some more personnel before we start announcements.
Good? Yep. It's moving.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, it's on the left.
You guys got a knocker gun spun up?
Yeah.
All right.
Benjamin, or anyone else inside of 818 Cherryberry, please come to the front door with nothing in your hands so we can speak with you.
I have a taser. Taser.
Taser.
Contact with him at all?
Damn, all that for one guy. Jesus.
We've seen nothing, heard nothing.
Oh man, look at the shields these guys have. These guys have full body shields.
He has a phone, so we can get that over with quickly, and then we can just go ahead and go to Armageddon.
Let's send you guys up.
Yep. Stay right here. You can look in that window too. You see it?
I need you to come to this window in the front.
One you were at earlier, that's open.
The size of those shields, man. Why does everyone criticize me on how big the shields are with like law enforcement? Like, how is it that the police officer, like normal police officers, when they go to the back of their car, they pull out a shield that's as big as their face, but whenever it comes to this, they've got a shield, like they got actually a tower shield. What is this?
Front door with nothing in your hands. We want to play
Hey, if you're gonna have a shield, the least you can do is have a shield.
get you necessary help that you need. You do have a warrant for your arrest, are under arrest. You cannot leave until you're safely taken into custody.
If we have to make entry, I'll have you go straight. I'll have you turn. You'll turn here so you're not exposed, and then I'll go. You block here, and I'll go long.
Your mom and dad are out here, and they're very worried about you.
They're gonna be pissed when we blow the windows out.
Benjamin, Adam's with your mom and dad, and your mom said she needs to get back in to get some medicine, but she can't do that until you come out.
Contact?
Yep, right here, this window.
All right, so just gonna change the plans. When we go up, we'll go up. Two of us will go up this side of the Bearcat. You go up here and bunker this window. I need to go up and get that window.
We got long guns.
Hey, that goddamn vehicle is almost as big as the house. Jesus.
Moving.
What are you gonna try? You gonna try to turn the knob of the door and hope that it's not locked?
Lock.
No shit. You don't say. And then he's just gonna run back? Oh, come on.
They were just checking.
Oh my God.
I guess we could have left the screen door open for him to breach it.
Man, I missed that thing by.
You could have put a piece of paper there. Benjamin, I gave you a little break, but it's time for you to come out now.
Reach it, throw everything in. So make no announcements when we go up to throw stuff in.
No, once we get back, we'll have her make the announcements. Hey, we put a throw phone in.
On my call. I'm moving. Breach.
That's what I would think. Like, if you've got somebody that's a known danger, and you know that he's a danger, why the hell would you bother trying to walk up there and open the door if you've already got the Bearcat? Just mow the door over. Just mow the door over and then go up to the door. Man, that thing is efficient. We need one of those at a fire ground, bro. That thing is insanely efficient.
Come out! Come out! He's trying to close the door again. I'm leaving the ram in there. Benjamin, come on up here. I'm moving.
Just imagine if it had like something on the end of it that would like explode and cause like rubber bullets to go everywhere, or like maybe taser barbs or something. I mean, hell, it's already in there. You might as well, like, you know.
Okay, that's perfect.
Hey, Artie, you want to get some announcements?
Bro, whoever's driving this knows what they're doing.
Announcements.
Benjamin, come out right now. Show us your hands. Was your spot working there?
Anybody see that spotlight?
I see you just went to the left, Rob.
Went towards two. Spotlight.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay.
Front spotlight on. I got it.
No one's here to hurt you.
Oh, there he goes. I see it. I see. What's he doing?
That's not gonna work. Ben.
Oh, he's like piling stuff in front of the door.
He is trying to push furniture back in front of the front door. We've got
Slow
visual
it down, bud.
No
Yeah, flashbangs too.
ball cap.
Though, like, flashbangs don't really do anything. They just make a loud popping noise. They don't have that initial, like, flash to them that you see in, like, games. That's why I was like, maybe if you had something that could incapacitate people.
Oh, you got a gun. You got a gun?
Got a gun?
Back up, back up.
I can't see shit.
Go lower, go lower, go lower. Go lower. He's got it.
Whoa, what the fuck is that? What did he just throw? He throw a gun? Whoa. Oh.
Back up, back up.
Oh.
Back up, back up.
Was that a knife?
Shoot that one. He just gets shot.
Yo, that's what I'd be saying. I'd be like, dude, you either shoot him or give me the gun and I'll shoot him. Seriously, like, come on.
Deep in the kitchen.
Oh, there he is.
Door with a knife. Come to the
Bro, he looks like a banshee, like a monkey in there, just jumping around. The hell's he? Oh, he's got a knife. Now, what's he gonna do with a knife? Holy. How the hell he cracked the windshield? How is this guy not shot yet? What's the point of having all these guns if you're not gonna shoot him?
Ben, stop throwing things. Benjamin. Can we have someone stand there and tase him?
Whoa!
Benjamin.
We get knockers.
What the hell was that? That thing exploded. What the fuck was that?
Can we have someone stand there and tase him?
It looks like a water bottle, but it's not.
Holy Benjamin.
We get knockers in that window.
Benjamin, how about gas?
Knockers, let's knock.
This is so ridiculous, man.
Let's knock the window.
Benjamin, come to the door. What did he just pick
Got
up?
another knife in his hand. He's standing deep in the kitchen. Here he comes.
Ben, drop the knife. Ben, drop the knife. Slowly.
Let's go to this side.
How do they not have this gun already loaded and ready to go? Like, who is leading this team? This team is a joke. This is the SWAT team? Columbus, man, y'all gotta work on this. What the hell are y'all doing? Y'all getting pushed back by a guy with knives and y'all are in riot gear and guns. What are you doing? What the fuck is going on here?
Inside door. Go. Watch that teaser. We're good.
Stop throwing stuff.
Get set. How you want it? All right, go lower. Go lower. All right, you're good.
You need to walk out of the house slowly.
Cartman.
No one's here to hurt you.
Three side knockers.
Ben.
Right? Like, how you got all that gear on and you scared of everything, bro? Come on.
Look where.
Windshield with a knife. With a knife?
Did you see it, Sean?
Yeah, but it's not a gun. What does it matter if he has a knife? You guys got like all that gear on? Like, come on.
But you can feel it's that.
Man, that's the taxpayers' dollars going right at work right there, man.
It's supposed to take 50 cal rounds. You put knockers on those windows, we'll go up and throw tri-chambers.
And we're going to deploy a tri-chamber in there.
Tri-chamber is a less lethal chemical grenade designed for 3 internal compartments that vent gas and reduce the risk of fire during deployment. Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I mean, like, what better way to get somebody out of a house than to light one end of the fucking building on fire? I mean, I'm sure he's gonna come out of there eventually, right?
All right, we'll check these and just go back.
I mean, let's be honest here. Oh my god, dude.
You got 2 of them? Yeah. All right, going back. Move.
Why would you go back? You have gas masks on. Rush the door. What are you doing?
Get your gas mask.
You don't have... Bro, oh my fucking god. You don't even have the gas masks on. You walked up, threw the stuff in, and then put the gas mask... Bro. Oh my god. Bro, if I was in charge of this team, I'd be chewing someone's ass out. I would be chewing someone's ass clean out.
We're going to deploy knockers.
I'm ready.
Motherfucker, I was a firefighter. You're an idiot. And you're banned too. Bye.
Dog's ready.
Ugh.
That's about it.
Do we know where the guns are supposed to be?
Yeah, they're in a closet.
How about some more announcements for him to surrender?
Hey, Dad. I got some medics.
No, they must not. It has to be a small town. This has to be a tiny town that never sees anything. Has to be.
Right here, some cold water. I need you to the front door.
I can see what that.
Yeah, we need you to get to the front door so we could arrest you. Of course. God.
And as soon as you said
Yeah, well, I mean, like...
lowered, and that's when it came across. Yeah. Someone yelled gun. Yeah, I heard someone yell gun. Was that you? No, I yelled, he had a pole. It looked like a gun, yeah. I yelled gun.
Columbus Police. We are outside your house at 1-8.
Can we get a taser on him, Rob? Let's gas him again. He's already having trouble. Let's put 2 more in there. Yeah, go. Can you get in there?
Shut off all his utilities. You can wait him out. You guys don't do anything anyway. Just steal our money. Who steals your money? The police?
Can you get the angle?
I gotta go over your thing.
Just played him out.
Great toss. Dude.
Stop, he threw it back out.
They threw it out. That's funny.
He is hunkered down in the kitchen, on the kitchen floor.
But he threw it into his face.
Bro, it's really getting dark out. These guys have taken so long that it's starting to get dark out.
The grenade just got to the front door here. Mask up. Turn this off. And threw it back out. Next time we need to do it, we need knockers, keep him down.
There's some dude hunkered down in the kitchen throwing knives at people.
Hold on.
Hey, come on.
I just gotta get my mask on now. 42.
Y'all ain't got rubber bullets or anything. Y'all, this is a joke. It's getting dark out. They've been here for so long that it's starting to get dark out.
For a minute, stand by on the long gun.
Hey Rob, how deep is he when he's starting that back?
He's all the way in the back. Yeah, he's laying in the kitchen by the stove.
Clock 10, we're moving up to another track chamber through. We got knockers ready.
Keep going. Ready? Go. Keep going. Knockers. Get ready for him to come out. That's a move. Hey, get ready. He's probably going to come out on that one.
Benjamin, we're still here. We've asked you to come
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they already have the door open and pried open. They have an entire team with ARs and rubber bullets. They're throwing gas in there. What the hell are they? Why do they keep coming back from the door? Go in the goddamn door, bro. If he fucking throws something or tries to hurt you, shoot him. It's not complicated. What the hell are we doing?
Just come to that door with nothing in your hand. The only way
Oh, Jesus, dude. He's not coming out of the door. You
is with you in custody. He just threw something.
Nope.
Put him down with the knocker gun. Right here.
I love how they're each pushing each other in front of the other. It's like nobody wants to do this. No one wants to take the initiative. Bro, if he's throwing stuff at you, shoot him and kill him. That's what you have the lethal rounds for. Kill him. Why is this so complicated?
There you go. Got a better angle? Down your knees. Easy out.
You need to exit
He just yelled that
immediately.
he's not coming out.
Come to the door with nothing in your hand. You cannot continue to throw stuff at us.
The gas isn't going to work. We have to let it clear out and go get him.
Yep.
Hey, when this gas clears out, I can clear that out, that door, and that with the ram.
Well, as long as he doesn't throw another Yankee candle at you. The gas is not driving him on. We're going to have to do anything.
Yo, them Yankee candles are fucking big. He's in there throwing Yankee candles and knives. What? Come on.
Yes, so let's get a plan together. We're gonna give it a couple minutes to clear up a little bit, and we go in.
Oh, fuck, bro.
And then somebody's got to be on the taser unless you're gonna shoot.
Bro, one guy is giving these police officers in riot gear the runaround, throwing Yankee candles and knives. Oh, fuck, man. This is what we've been diminished to. Oh my god, bro. You might as well take all that shit off. Y'all ain't using that. That's a waste of taxpayer dollars right there.
If we got distance,
You got two assault vehicles out on this dude's front yard, and y'all get the runaround with Yankee candles and throwing knives.
Can't go in there with that mindset though. Let them know what we're doing, so there's no miscommunication through this. And then tell him, on your call, we're gonna go in.
After more than 2 hours of negotiation attempts and with the gas finally clearing, officers knew the standoff couldn't drag on much longer. Wheeler had piled debris behind the open front door, blocking any direct entry, and SWAT needed a clear path inside before committing to a final push. With visibility returning, they began preparing the tools and tactics they hoped would finally bring this standoff to an end.
We're staged and ready. I'm going to just clear out some of the stuff he tried to barricade in front of.
Oh man, I can't. I can't.
In the drone.
Oh, it's so dark out now.
He comes out on
Oh no.
stay out there, and then entry can move up to the door, and then you can deal with it just on this porch. So.
Oh fuck. What are you doing? What are you doing? The door's already open.
Coming back.
What are you doing? Oh. Oh my god. He closed the door. He closed the door.
On the door for you.
Oh, bro, I can't. My soul is dying. Oh my god.
It's off the hinges.
Oh no.
I think the middle hinge come off.
Oh Jesus. This is too much for one person to handle.
Yep.
Oh god. Oh my god, congratulations. You closed the door and reopened it. Bro!
Hook that or not? Or is that going to pull it in the
I
way?
don't have a long enough thing. How's that look from out there, boys?
Looks better.
Oh, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is actually embarrassing.
I need you to tell him now.
Oh, God.
Surrender. Anything that happens from this
You know this police department had to sit down with these guys after this. And they all sat around and watched the footage and were like, how long did it take you to do this? Why did you feel the need to ask the operator of an assault vehicle to close and reopen the door? Oh, God, this is awful.
Benjamin, This is Columbus Police.
Oh.
We do have a warrant for your arrest.
No shit! No shit, you have a warrant for your arrest. You're gonna say it 10 more times? Maybe he didn't hear it the first 10 times, so we gotta say it again. Maybe he'll come out.
We had no reaction from the one side.
Yo, if this is what I had to deal with that was trying to break down my door, I'd probably be doing the same shit. Oh my god, dude, this is a joke. What the fuck are we doing? We're just standing around outside in this dude's front lawn.
You have eyes on that? I have it, eyes straight back into
the
living room wall, jets out a mountain.
Holy shit.
So it obstructs my view over to where you guys
Oh my god, it's so fucking dark now.
Alright, bro. Go get some.
Oh,
front door.
my stomach hurts. Drop.
Just be ready to jump it back in case he starts swinging at it. We have a second one.
Oh. Oh, my stomach. Oh no. Oh.
You're doing big. You're probably to your left.
Oh,
right there in that kitchen area right there.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's a lot of shit our way getting to the kitchen, guys.
Oh my god, they failed for over, 4 hours now trying to get in with the SWAT team in an assault vehicle. Let's send the little robot in. Oh.
Down to the bedrooms to the left.
Bro, they already know where he's at. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's in the kitchen. There he is. There he is.
The kitchen. Barricaded or what?
Oh,
No, he's in the kitchen. Nope.
Oh god.
Put him in the kitchen. Yep.
Oh, he just hit it. He hit it. Yeah, he just
Oh, I'm so happy to see our taxpayer dollars are well used here.
Right, Bearcat wanted, as we can tell, he's in that 3-4.
Oh god. Holy fuck.
There he goes. He just went to the left. To the two
Oh.
sides. The two.
Okay, he's
Bro.
moving.
Here he comes with a chair.
He's trying to bury, throwing more furniture in front.
I love how they're trying to make fun of him. You've got an entire team of people with fucking SWAT gear and guns getting your ass handed to you by a dude throwing Yankee candles and throwing knives. You have two SWAT vehicles on his front lawn.
Yeah, he's right in the kitchen.
Benjamin,
piling up furniture.
stop throwing things and come out. We have a warrant for your arrest.
Oh. I can't stop laughing, bro. It's so dark. Oh. Oh, my stomach. Oh, it's so dark now, bro. Oh. 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 Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this drone is pretty cool, though. Oh, he's still throwing stuff. Oh.
5 cents a sniper. We gotta come over to this.
You got snipers for this guy now. Oh, God. He doesn't even have a gun.
Back in that, towards the kitchen there.
Oh, God. Bro, he's in the back like a hillbilly just throwing shit at the police, bro. And you did all this for one dude. Oh, fuck. Oh, holy crap. I know, right? There've got to be some big-ass Yankee candles, bro. Oh, this is the drone? This is pretty cool. Hold on, wait a minute. This is pretty cool. Why do y'all even have the guns? Just leave the guns at the truck at this point. Y'all not using them anyway. What's the point of having them? This dude surely has to live through this, right? There's no way they would go through this amount of headache and then kill him. I would fucking hope not, right? Oh, there he is. No, the cop hit the drone. The cop hit the drone. Oh, that's a badass angle. Oh, that's sick. Oh, if it was just an actual SWAT. Oh my god. Yo, look at that angle. There's one guy in there. He's got a knife. I see him swinging the knife. Look, he's got a knife. What the fuck is this guy doing over here? He's just standing here. And then you got this motherfucker on the ground. He's supposed to be holding the shield up. He let the shield get taken from him. And now they're all trying to clamber over him. Look. What the fuck is this? Look, there's a guy there just walking over him.
Where's Bunkers? Bunkers! Everybody Bunkers here!
Why are you... You guys still don't have everything you need. You still don't have everything you need. I can't, bro.
He is hit! He is hit! Yeah! Yeah! Benjamin, we cannot help you! Mr. Lee, still! Try chambers!
You're spamming.
Try chambers!
No spamming.
No, he's in the basement. Is he stabbed?
Yeah. Lower left leg. He's bleeding out. Well, still, he's bleeding out.
Okay, well, at least he has a reason for laying down, I guess.
Benjamin, can you hear me?
Oh, he did have a shotgun. Man, I'm surprised he didn't throw that at him, too. Oh, what, you're supposed to put the bullets in the gun, not throw the bullets and in the gun? Bro.
Tell him to talk to your voice. Benjamin, if you are injured, I need you to come to me.
No, I fired.
The other two did not.
No.
Oh, this is just sad.
No, 100%. He said there's massive blood loss, and he did have a shotgun. Oh, thought it was. I don't know. All I could see.
He probably threw the shells at him.
His face and some shoulder, because he was like stabbing from behind the corner. Yeah. So I don't know. He's probably hit like in the shoulder.
Keep the air clear. Ready? Don't move. Don't move. Benjamin. He is down. He is down. He's down, Troy.
Would they kill him? No shot that they did all that and they ended up killing him. No shot. No shot. There's no way, right? Surely he's not dead.
His hands are right there. Watch his hands. We need a medical up. Get him back in here.
Set. 510. Send him medical.
Hey, look out. Hey, don't move that. Hey, Troy. Don't let him move that.
I know exactly what this is. Oh, I guarantee you he's dead. They shot him for sure. Because they're gonna put him on this and they're gonna try to carry him out, which means that he can't be moved. They shot him. So you mean to tell me they sat outside that dude's house for like 5 hours just to end up killing him anyway? They did all this just to end up killing him.
Right beside his body. You take a picture of that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Listen, we have shell casings on the stairs. Cannot disturb them.
I mean, like, you didn't have to wait until then to do it. Like, whenever he was out here at the very beginning, when he's standing here, he's throwing shit out the window, out the door and stuff. You could have shot him then. You could have tased him then. Now we gotta wait. It was daytime during this. Look at how dark it is now. Holy shit.
The suspect, Benjamin Wheeler, was pronounced dead.
No shot! After all of that, they shot and killed him anyway? Bro! Yo, these police officers got to run around with Yankee candles. They got to run around with Yankee candles and throwing knives using SWAT vehicles, armored vehicles, and SWAT gear.
Lasted more than 6 hours.
Man,
Involved multiple
his standoff lasted for over 6 hours. Holy shit!
attempts to make contact,
Oh
deploy gas, and
God.
safely clear the home, but it ended in a violent struggle as officers attempted to take him into custody. Multiple SWAT officers were stabbed during the confrontation, but all survived their injuries.
So either these people are fucking stupid or this guy's a fucking legend. God, he was trying to take down John Wick, bro.
Ultimately, the standoff ended with Wheeler's death, bringing the case to its final conclusion.
Oh no! That was the whole thing! Dude, that SWAT team was a joke! Oh my god! Oh my god, after all of that! Oh, dude, that was funny as fuck. Oh, just like how I'm banning these fucking lobotomites and retards in the fucking comments. Oh no, it sucks to be them. Oh my god, dude, that was hilarious. I'm sorry, that was funny as fuck. What a joke that was. Bro, there's no way they didn't look at that video and say, we need to restructure this. We fucked up. Oh, bro, ice would have been better. You're right. Everyone, even in the shorts chat, people have been saying ice would have been better. Like, what the fuck? Bro. What a joke. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus, man. I'm 31, you fucking morons. I was a firefighter. I've put out more fucking fires than you idiots have done in your... Like, I've done more for a community that wasn't even mine in my life than you have sitting here trying to be a fucking retard keyboard warrior. Man, them checks was nice, though, but I love that job. That job was fun. That was a fun job. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Bro, that was FUBAR. If I was ever gonna call something FUBAR, that was absolutely what I would classify FUBAR. That SWAT team needs a restructure 1000%. That was a joke. Oh, man. What a joke. All right, boys, we rolling up out of here. We will be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday already. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's already February. It's crazy. We're going to be back on here tomorrow. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to about like 11:30, noonish. Monday through Friday. So come check it out. All the stuff that, if you missed the stream, don't worry about it. The stream will always be published on the channel. And then also, I clip out all the videos that I make for the stream, and I publish those throughout the day, so you're not going to be missing out on anything. You don't have to show up to the stream. Just watch the clips, and you won't miss anything. I promise. Promise. Stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Try to be friendly. You never know who it might help. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You never know. It might change their whole day or their whole life. You know, shit happens that way. And I'll see you boys tomorrow. Take it easy and stay safe. Stay away from the crazies, man. There's a lot of them out there. Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I